started again because we were troubleshooting, and I didn't want the troubleshooting to be in there. So now we're live. Welcome to the podcast.
Are we actually
Why
live
aren't you
now?
in the mic when
Why
you
did
say
you?
that?
Welcome.
Welcome
wait,
to the
on the
Hey, what's
second-
everybody?
on the
Welcome,
second-
welcome
on
to the
the-
Bad Melee Podcast, and we're here in a little bit of a special episode with Ludwig, Anders Games, Michael, Gunther, Diaz.
Hey, how's it going?
It's Dawson. You haven't
Dawson's
washed your
here.
shirt. You haven't washed your shirt, have you?
I've worn it for 4 days straight.
Oh my God,
Hell
this is
yeah.
the problem.
He's like a cartoon character.
You cop one, yeah, you're like Bart Simpson, but with a fit.
I thought you were a clean boy.
I wash my clothes every day.
He doesn't wash his. No, you fucking don't.
I've never
I
seen
literally,
him.
you can smell me right now. Get up and smell me.
Do you want me to do
Yeah,
that?
do it. I know he's gonna do it.
Ludwig's gonna smell you. He's gonna reach
How do
over.
I smell? How
Give
do I
him a
smell?
sniff.
You
Oh,
better.
no.
This is.
How is it? Tied?
It's good.
Downy? He's good?
That Revelberry is just going to
Yep.
spill all over the mixer.
I feel like you are just wasting water if you do that.
That's a good,
Washing every single day?
It's a
Yeah.
good smelling boy.
Yeah, that's why I don't shower for weeks on end.
Yeah, you should be like Mike
What? Why does it matter?
and be smelly. Because we
Yeah.
only have so much.
Yeah, we're in a drought period, bro.
All right,
I
hold
can't
on.
It's not a human right,
I'm going to
dude.
put hot water in my glass. Is that okay?
Yeah,
Is that
So
okay?
who's wasting water now?
I'm drinking it with my body.
You're gonna drink hot water? You're gross.
What are you doing?
You disgust me.
Switch the Twitters, because yours.
You're sitting in my
Alright,
seat.
I won't fuck with it.
matter?
I won't fuck with it.
Hey, what's up? It's me, Slime Machine.
Can you right now tell me all of Slime's social media handles?
Slime Machine.
Already ready? His
Actually,
Twitter. His Twitter.
His Twitter is Slime Machine.
It's slime IRL.
It's slime_machine.
Yeah, Slime Machine.
His Twitch.
Is Slime IRL.
You're with that?
Yeah, I think so.
His
that's
YouTube.
Oh, shit.
Is it bad melee?
Is this the Bad Melee
I think
YouTube?
it's Bad Mail, yeah.
My smaller known YouTube is Horse.
Yeah, I was going to say it was
Horse
Horse, right?
Divorce?
Yeah, Horse Divorce. I thought was his other one.
No, it's Horse the Musical.
Horse the Musical, okay.
His Venmo.
Gucci Lanyard.
And then
Reddit account?
His Reddit account.
I like names.
Downtown Sasquatch. And then his...
Mike, you're a real fan. Holy
His
shit.
and his Snapchat is fuck. It was some. I remember it just popped up because it usually just says Anthony, but for some reason it showed everyone's usernames, and that one was good too. It was like Ja Rule something.
It is Ja Rule something.
It always pops up with the big American cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a blue man, and he's
Yeah.
wearing a cowboy hat. But yeah. Look, I don't know. I like to keep it fresh all over the place.
I'm just saying.
It's
Are
bad
you-
branding,
are
but
you-
it's but
are
it's,
you-
they're all
it's
good. They're all good
terrible
names.
It makes your fans die hard.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Just
how I
makes them
know.
hard to get.
It's
Yeah.
because
To know
they have to
Your fans are all
search me down.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Like a casual, if someone asks a casual Slime fan, like, "Hey, what's Slime's Twitter?" They'd be like, "Oh fuck, man."
Like, brother, you don't want to
That's a
start
good
this.
question.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Look, man, I'm in this for a
What's
good
crazier?
time, not a long time.
What's crazier, the fact that his Twitter is Slime Machine, or that all 27 of his alts have also different unique names?
Look, don't worry about it. Fuck you guys. Yeah, I don't know. We are. This is actually the cursed table.
Is
from,
this?
from
Is
from
it the
years
same
ago?
table?
This is the
I was
same table.
Telling someone about.
Why
it,
did we
how
bring
it's
this in
like-
our house?
I was nervous because the bad vibes of the same lineup too happened on.
That's
the-
right. Yeah, it was. It was the bad vibe. Except Miles isn't here.
Yeah, except I'm somehow now Miles.
Yeah, I think it was mostly.
Unfortunately,
Wait, no, I feel like you were on it.
no.
No,
I
it was,
definitely was
you,
not.
Ludwig, me, Miles, and then one of them was you, me, Miles, or sorry, yeah, Miles, Mike. Ludwig was on one.
Yeah.
And
Wasn't it
on
mostly
the
just me and Miles beefing?
No, it was me and you.
Oh no, you guys
Oh,
were
yeah.
Screaming.
That
at
was
each other.
actually the worst episode ever.
It was so bad. Anyway,
That was back when I was a fan.
Everything's better now.
That was before I was
Everything's
on it.
Don't worry, kids. The parents are doing very
Mom,
well.
Yeah, mom and dad, we worked a
and
lot of
dad.
stuff
They
out.
moved
We'll
back
see-
in together. I mean, everything's looking up now.
We'll
Couples
see on
counseling.
weekends.
Yeah.
Aren't things just a little different than they were a year ago, though?
They're so
Oh,
different.
Isn't that
They're
interesting?
jarringly different.
Yeah, why would
Yeah,
you say
your
a
side
little
piece
bit?
got deported, and then
Side piece got the hell out of
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, and so now you worked the marriage out with Ludwig. It's
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
nice.
You can't farm your foreign boy,
Mm.
your foreign pool boy.
Oh God,
jeez.
I just miss him cleaning. In his,
Well,
in
honey.
his, in his outfits.
Honey, we talked about this.
in his one Michelob shirt that he just never cleaned.
that Ben gave.
But he wears like Donald Duck.
Yeah. No pants.
That was a gift from Mrs. Cream Skunk.
Oh man,
Anyway, it was the roast this weekend, and I mean, we figured
crackle.
the reason why we kind of wanted to do a little comeback tour. It's always with me and Dawson. Is we'll just get the band back together one more time, dude, just
Yeah.
for one more show. And that one time on the album that we had Ludwig doing lead vocals, and that was, it wasn't our best album,
Yeah.
but it was.
Is it like
It
Queen
was-
when Freddie died, and who'd they have sing with them? I think it was.
I don't know.
I think David Bowie did.
Really?
He did like a farewell. I think he.
This
sang.
is more like Sublime when the lead singer died.
Yeah, and they got Roman instead.
Yeah,
No one was
they
like,
got
what
Roman.
the fuck are you doing here, man?
It's called like what?
Sublime in Rome.
In Rome, yeah.
Yeah, Sublime in Rome.
You're Rome.
Jeez. Ugh.
Just doesn't seem as nice as what I was giving myself.
Rome. Yeah,
No.
he's like, no, I'm like more of a David Bowie type. Like
I got my own legacy.
Yeah, like alone. Yeah, I'm pretty profound, but like I just didn't fit with his other two titans
Yeah,
colliding.
who made that?
things.
Who made that David Bowie analogy? I think it was a good one.
No, wait, what was I?
We're talking about getting the band back
We're getting
together.
the band back together because we all went to the roast and we all actually had a very different part of it, but also a very big part. And I thought it'd be interesting to kind of look at that. And also, we can kind of cash in on the lay analysis of lay roast.
Yeah, actually, Ludwig asked if we could stream it on his Twitch because he wants to continue to cash in on.
It's not true. It's not true. I suggested that we do it because.
Oh wait, it's actually on Lud's?
Yeah, it's on Lud's channel.
Oh, I was joking.
No,
Holy shit.
no. I suggested it because it's kind of like a waste to do it online because Lud was like an actual streamer now. So
Oh,
it's like,
I legitimately did not know that was happening.
that's so funny.
Now I feel like an asshole.
We don't tell you things.
Now
No,
you're just hurting.
I'm
my
locked, I was locked in a dark room shitting profusely out
You
of
were
my butthole.
shitting for a long time
Yeah.
earlier. You held
You
up
know-
the podcast.
you know
That's
why?
why we're late, by the
You
way.
shit
Yeah.
and you held up my podcast or not.
Whoa, whoa.
See
You
how
held
it
up,
is
you
now.
held up
What
the
the fuck?
podcast on my stream, and then you guys come
Oh.
on. You call me fucking Ned Schneebly and shit on me for half an hour.
Whoa. First of all, no one called you
I didn't
Schneebly,
call
bro.
you
Bro, I got no reason.
There's a line.
not
and
eating alone
we're
here,
gonna
dude. We're
cross
all
it.
together.
We're all
Yeah.
together.
And look, it was a long shit because I ordered extra cheese. That's just what we want to
Dairy's
say.
so bad for you.
You know
Dairy
you're
sucks for you,
lactose. Why
man.
do you keep doing it?
Oh, it just blocks me up so good.
You know 40% of the world is lactose intolerant?
Yeah, you lose the enzyme.
What?
That's true.
40% of the world.
Wait, I don't understand.
I'm
Explain
part of
to
the,
me.
Well,
Because-
I'm part of the 60s.
because
It's just
Computer,
wrong.
explain.
We force feed our kids dairy,
Yes.
so like they keep that like the thing that makes them like somewhat chill with milk.
Yes.
But everyone else in the world's like, well, it's time to hop off the tit milk,
Yeah.
and so then they're like, then they become lactose intolerant.
Oh.
If you actually stop having dairy when you're in your teens, or like a lot of it, you just lose the enzyme.
So the
that helps
solution
break it
is to
down.
just chug milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just suck it down
You
at
gotta
all
keep-
times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to keep my enzymes
Yeah.
so bad.
You definitely should do that. Also, there's those good hormones in there for you. If you make
I have a
it.
big
Yeah.
Yeti cooler of just milk. It's not like in bottles or anything. It's just like it's all filled with milk.
Riff Raff once tweeted something to the effect of like the best meal in the world is peanut butter and jelly with milk that you put in the freezer for like 5 minutes and then drink it.
And it's like crunchy milk.
Yeah, it's
Oh
like
my
just like
God.
very like just
Ice
slightly
ice shard
iced.
milk? No, that's disgusting. I hate that. Oh, it's so gross.
It's like the sound. That's like sounds like a name of one of his albums that's coming out. Or
Ice
at least an
shard milk.
EP.
Lowercase
Ice
I.
shard milk.
Lowercase I.
Yeah.
So yeah, want to talk roast?
No.
Sorry, I'm also sick, so
Yeah.
I'm getting better. But
Yeah, you want to talk about how you
I caught it.
Yeah.
feel and look?
It's your,
I
it's your
caught-
first rodeo, dude.
I caught it, man. I don't know. I hugged every person I saw because I haven't been to tournaments in a long time, and one of them got me. Maybe it was Mega Christmas. I hope not.
I've never been sick from a.
Right?
I knocked the curse table.
Yeah, the curse table's gonna.
Damn it. That just,
we're going to Big House, and you're just gonna
Yeah.
be shitting out
It's
of
actually
your
a
butt.
times 2 multiplier when you knock this table.
Just come back with the black lung.
Yeah, I'm really sick. It's bad, but yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll start like what? I don't know where to start.
Let's start how the roast was conceived, which was you walking to my room.
Yeah.
That's actually not how it was conceived.
Well, it.
This
Kind of was.
predates.
Oh
that
yeah, that's right.
situation.
That's a good point.
Do you
Yeah.
have something? Okay, go.
I was just gonna say.
Okay,
this was
well,
a
so
conversation.
The roast. So it was It was before actually, or during the process. I was getting hired at BTS. Dia, who was one of the writers for the roast, he's very funny and he's
Oh yeah.
the best Marth, I think, in SoCal besides Fiction, who tweets like Elon Musk apparently these days. He's Dia was like, dude, I think we should do a roast at Pat's house. I had this idea for a long time. We should do it on Hugs. And I was like, yeah, definitely. He's like, we should write it together. And then I'm like, okay, we'll talk to production and we'll do this. And like, we did a lot of writing, and then we kind of came to the conclusion that we didn't have the production abilities to be able to make it the way we wanted. And it would probably end up looking like, I don't know, like a fucking
Like dog shit.
like dog shit, like a kid's like drama show, like you know, Thomas the Tank Engine type of thing. And we were like, well, fuck, let's just not do it. And it was like a hell of a lot of stress on us and like Trike, who I believe was the TO at the time for Pat's house. So we just dropped it. And then, yeah, a couple months later, I'm like, just trying to think of stuff to to do. And then I walk into Ludwig's room. I was like, I think what did I say?
You basically
I was, apprehensive.
you've done this before, but you're like, hey man, like, because you farm me for ideas.
I farm Ludwig for ideas sometimes. I ask him
for anything.
what he would think about this and that.
And so you came in to farm. You had your hoe out, and you said, hey, I'm trying to think of an idea of a tournament for Hugo. So you asked me, and I said old school tournament.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is
and then I made a joke, I think, about like we can all just say the R word together and stuff like that.
It'll be like the good old days we weren't in. And so you're like, yeah, but we couldn't do it because of that. And you're like, I was thinking about the Roast of Hugo, and that was the first time I'd heard of it since Pat's house. I was like, that's fucking phenomenal. Run that. Yeah. And then you gained the courage to do it. Yeah, you gave me the courage. It's funny too when you like think something's a good idea. You have this dead expression on your face, like, yeah, that's a really good idea. You should just do it. And I'm like, does he? I don't know what he means. Is he being honest? Exactly what I'm saying.
Does he mean I should do it?
Because like sometimes Ludwig will be like really excited about something, and sometimes he'll just tell you like with a straight face, and you're like, I don't get this. I'm not getting a read right now.
I'm so sincere all the time. Do you guys remember Slime on the Scene?
No, what was that?
Yeah, well, the day before he was supposed to do it at Gods and Gateskeepers, he comes up to me, Slime, and he says, hey man, I think you should be the person in front of the camera.
I said, Ludwig, you should just do it.
You should just do it. And he had all the jokes written out. He had everyone he's going to talk to. And he's like, yeah, man, I'll just be behind the camera. You do it. And I'm like, yeah, fuck no. Like, this is an idea you've been working on for so long, and you've poured so much into it.
It wasn't that long. It was like a week.
Yeah, but like you'd put a lot of time and like you'd made a lot of good jokes, and you're about to pussy out of it, and it was like this cool idea you had.
Yeah, I didn't want to do it.
You're like gonna pussyfoot out.
Oh man, do you just sometimes daydream of what would have happened if you just let Ludwig do it?
I've never thought about this until just now. I totally forgot. What I do remember is that Ludwig helped me a lot with the cut when we when like I made the cut and then I would send him a copy, or I would send him a cut on YouTube, like unlisted, be like, can you check this out? He's like, this is kind of weak, this is strong, you should do this. And I used his guidance on the cuts. But I forgot all about that. I was like, you should just do it, man. Just fucking run it.
Right now, weren't you giving him music too? But the music was like terrible.
You wanted to use the Good Neighbor stuff song.
Yeah. From the one in Venice Beach where they look at people and make up words for them. I forgot what it's called.
I remember the song. I listened to it like 900 times. Like, does this work? Does this not? Yeah.
So that's if that actually had happened. If I actually had just been like, what
a reality!
Yoinked, right? I would be a CP at Beyond the Summit, and you'd be cold calling to sell vapes every day.
Oh man,
you think so? Man, what a reality! What a wild world it would be.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're talking about like kind of went through what it means to collaborate and stuff like that, and the idea of like how I was kind of annoyed at people like talking about how like they thought of this and then this they threw away this joke and that joke, like specifically Hugs. But Hugs is fine. I wasn't mad or anything, but it was like it kind of goes against the idea of a group effort and putting all ideas together to make something that's good. And there's this weird like human nature to be like, oh, who did that one? Who did that one? Yeah. And that's not important. And I kind of try to like rally against that, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I was also saying, this is Gunther's again, by the way. As
Gunther's in the morning.
As much as I crave validation and attention, it was still very satisfying that the roast happened and that it went really, really well, despite me only having like maybe one or two jokes that made it through.
Right.
And it was just more satisfying because we all, together as a group did it, and then it and the whole thing went well. Lud did well. Everyone, like all the roasters did well. Anthony coordinated it all really well, like all the planning and shit, and then all the writers wrote all the fun jokes. And
it was like it's also, I mean, you're in a Discord call or a writer's room as it is on like actual shows.
Yeah. And
you're hammering out a joke, and it's like 5 people, and let's say you all help to make the one joke go from start to finish. Like that's the kind of shit that makes I believe some of the best material. And when you're someone who's like, oh yeah, okay, but who fucking thought it up?
Yeah,
that's really, that kind of devalues everyone's effort.
Yeah, I've been reading a book on comedy writing recently, and that's like a few people that they interview in the book. That's one of the big things they always talk about is that like the writer's room is a team. It's not a single man competition.
That's right.
And like every single joke has been touched by at the very least 3 other people.
Yep.
To make it good. So there's no point in like trying to like pick out who did what and like to like boost your own like self-esteem or whatever.
Yeah, it's like if you want that, then do it, right? Like just be a stand-up comedian or whatever.
Yeah.
And be like some noble sort of like I literally just lock myself in a room and I don't like have anybody review my stuff and make suggestions or ever.
Yeah.
Like go ahead and do that, but I mean if you can do it and still be a genius, then go for it. But if not, like you're just like everyone else, you're contributing. To
being a writer is thankless, right? Like none of the writers get credit.
Comedy writer, TV writer, yeah, it is pretty thankless. It's just how it goes, right? Being like a novelist isn't thankless, right?
No, but like when you're comedy writers, because you're writing for, usually a comedian or some actor or something.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, like the actor was Hugo,
right,
and and everyone else is the comedy writer.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see my name up there, right? No, I get it. Yeah, Lud. No, go sound off, Lud.
Your name was
I
up
didn't
there.
say it.
Your name was up there.
Oh,
your name got
special
in that case,
thanks.
and that was on me. I was like, I
special
felt
thanks.
so.
In that
I actually
case,
felt so bad.
My name wasn't.
That
on
everyone
there,
did so
but
much
my
work.
Name was on there. That's
Well,
weird.
well, your name isn't on there because you fucking force people to play.
Ooh,
different room.
how, look
Oh.
at that.
You're gonna do
Oh,
this.
this is
You're the
it.
Prince
Right
Abboud?
now.
Are you the Prince Abboud problem? You fuck my boy Prince like that?
He's your boy.
Oh, your boy?
Yeah, he's my boy. Did you not see the picture of us together at Pat's house posted up saying the Puffmans that are going to steal your girl?
Well, that's not happening.
Wait.
Well, not in sweatpants and a fucking.
Yeah, I do remember that picture. Either way, we'll get to that, but I don't know. It's whack to do that, in my opinion, and I think we should just move away from. And it's also like Smashers. Like this is a lot of like these guys' first like opportunity to do something like this. Like it's like this very cool experience for them. But like for people who are interested in the business or have tried doing something like this before, like us, it's like no. This is the way it works. Like. You just make the end product good. You're not stealing or anything. Like that's fucked up. But like you are working with other talented people and you're making a product that is awesome. So yeah, don't do that. Is all I'm trying to say, I guess. But yeah, it's fucked up that the cutout it wasn't a surprise.
Yeah, no, that's fucked up.
It was really fucked up.
Because I paid a lot of money for that.
Yeah.
And I spent a lot of hours hiding it from you.
You talked to production. You made sure that they didn't see it.
Only for you to spoil it for yourself.
Yep.
What'd you do?
I just walked backstage by accident.
Oh, no.
Where I belong.
You don't belong there.
I told you not to go back there. I said you stay back there.
Wait, what?
Stay away from there.
Excuse me? I
'Cause
literally
he told me to. No, you didn't tell me.
I pulled it out of the cardboard box 5 minutes before I got on stage. I set it up. And then
minutes?
I
It was
literally
like
had
that early.
blanking on his name. Maybe Scott?
Yeah, with the beard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hide it from me.
Oh,
I believe it was
wow.
Scott.
I saw it and I was like, oh, there it is.
So annoying.
Yeah, that's a real big bummer. But now it's a staple of the household.
It is a staple.
Yeah.
Every time I walk into this house, I get fucking terrified.
Do you guys order pizza often?
No.
No, that wasn't the pizza you
Well,
wanted.
I was only asking just because having it behind the door whenever whenever you order pizza, it might be nice just to have
Anthony crouch behind it and just put a $20 bill.
Just to scare strangers.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My Anthony impression.
I miss those days in that summer where Neep would be driving for Domino's and just be like delivering pizzas on Discord
screaming
in the channel.
call.
Yeah. So he would just be working all day in the Discord call with his phone and just delivering pizzas. And he'd be like screaming and talking to us on his phone. And then when he like stopped and get out of his car, he'd be like, "Okay, here you go. Okay, thank you. All right, have a nice day." And then walk back to his car and just slam the door and just like,
It's like the fucker stiffed me.
yeah.
Oh man.
The good old days.
Those are really
Good old days. Remember that, Lud? Remember those days?
No.
Either way.
I was never in Bad Melee Discord, really.
It wasn't Bad Melee
It's
Discord.
not a
It was like
Discord.
Hit Squad.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was-
that's
I've never
what
been
it
like a
is.
Discord boy.
Really? You have your own?
What kind of boy are you?
Like chill and chat all day, or like voice chat. I'm at work, right, at noon, and I see like 15 people in Bad Melee Discord. Get a fucking job.
Well, first of all, it's over the course of it's like 4 or 5 different time zones. So relax.
A lot of them do have jobs.
And they're
still
they're in
there.
school.
Jack Zilla, that man does not do a lot of work.
Jack Zilla's employers.
Yeah,
Right.
if you're listening, which I know you are,
I'm snitching.
fire him. He deserves it. He does. No, I'm just kidding. Jeez, oh,
It
man.
deserves it. Come on, man.
I don't know. How'd you like the roast, Ludwig?
I like the roast. I thought it was really good. It blew up.
Blew up.
Yeah, I've blown up my phone.
Is it too much Ludwig these days?
I think so.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of Ludwig going on.
Everyone-
it's like he was edging for like
Ludwig,
months.
Yeah, everything's really turned up Ludwig these past 3 months.
I've been in so much shit. A year ago, I had 400 followers. I've like close to 7K now.
Everyone's been he's been edging for this long, and finally just a spurt, a fucking
That's a
hearty
fucking-
load.
Oh, man.
The problem with
Of
the load is
Ludwig.
like everybody likes a little Lud load, right?
Oh, God.
But
No.
if some people are getting the load in their eye, you know, it's like, oh fuck, too much.
What do you mean by that?
It means some people are hating. I've got haters now, and
You
not
got
just
haters?
like commentary, like this commentary sucks. Because that's not haters. That's just
That's just the
commentary shit.
truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we're on commentary, that's the truth.
It's
But
just
like
what it is, yeah.
on like a video I'm in, it'll just be like Ludwig sucks.
Yeah,
Nice.
It's like, oh.
it's weird because like there's always
Cool.
been this culture of your friends like saying fuck Ludwig, and then that's something that bleeds over into like it's the typical thing of like, oh yeah, his friends joke about that, then I'm allowed to.
No, but
also
I don't
now.
think they're joke. It's like just Ludwig's poop. I don't like Ludwig. It's not like
Yeah.
fuck Ludwig meme. It's like someone who actually has just seen me too much at stuff and been like, well, yeah, I just don't like this guy.
Oh no.
So I was like in a gloom shot video, and the
Oh,
guy was
no.
like, "Yeah, man, just Ludwig sucks." Even on the roast,
It was a gloom shot.
yeah.
Who
Because
said that?
I was just in gloom shot, just some random comment.
Well, I mean,
No,
I meant
not
it.
like a-
I
not
don't
a
know.
video,
It's like,
just
yeah,
a random
I
comment.
meant it. It's not like it was like it's like I was joking.
Relax.
Like I really.
And
Yeah,
then
I
there's
don't like
also
Ludwig.
there's also someone in the roast comments who said Ludwig was cringe.
Dude, okay.
Okay, this is okay. Well,
I fucking so on the sketch that we shot with Hugs and Michelle, and like some one of the comments was like on the YouTube video was like, I usually don't like cringe humor, but this was pretty good. And it's like, you don't even know what fucking English is right now. Like this word is being it's just so much different than
it's like-
across ages, I think.
yeah, it's just like when everything for a while was trolling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now everything's cringe, and then and then you know, and then everything's ironically.
Like lay cringe. It's like, dude, oh man, it's really interesting. I don't think that people who say, I think like 70% of the people who say that now in Twitch chat at least are literally don't understand the idea of secondhand embarrassment. Like
Yeah.
that's what's happening, right? But yeah, are you scared?
I was talking to Ben about it, right? I actually talked to Ben about this. I was like,
Ben, Mrs. Cream Skunk.
Excuse me,
Oh.
sorry, didn't mean to use the
Use a
Christian name. Yeah.
Thank you, yeah.
Yeah, really gave a man's
It's rude of me.
government.
I was saying I need to lay low.
You need to lay low.
Yeah, I need to lay low.
Why? Why not step on the gas?
Because it's like too much. There's too much me,
Too
and I
much
think there's
Ludwig.
not enough. There's not enough lore or history for like, oh yeah, of course.
Well,
You
don't
know,
worry. Save is
fucking-
Untitled will do a history of Ludwig, and then
It'd
we'll just
be too
one of-
short.
Well, I mean, he'll cash in on it.
30-second ad video that he's
Yeah.
gonna.
guys. Oh man.
Me and him were having a conversation
Every time,
about that.
every time, we make a Save as Untitled joke. People who watch that podcast or enjoy his videos go and tell him, and then it becomes a thing.
All right.
And I want
don't we
to,
have
want to
people-
say I didn't do this time.
all I want to say is Save is Untitled. Gunther's at might be Mike D said it. Please direct all attention to me if you have any questions or
God.
comments. If it makes you feel better, I actually haven't seen a single one of your videos. I have no idea what you do. You've just been made fun of a lot over the internet, and this is just me guessing. This is what you. I think you do like timeline videos. Is that what he does?
I don't know.
He makes like analysis.
Anyways,
videos, like
okay,
this-
whatever.
this fucking
Me
yeah.
and Anthony were having a conversation about how like you're gonna have to learn how to be an actual streamer now. So
Yeah,
you deal with
dude.
the like,
Yeah.
because you thought you were like a real streamer, but now this is where you become a real streamer.
It's
You
not
were
good, yeah.
You looked real cute in the kiddie pool playing
Yeah.
streamer, but now floaties are off, big boy.
It's not going to be Acrona and the lads in the chat. It's going to be like, let's say you reach the goal of like getting to be whatever, how big ever you want to be. Like that's Poop Town now.
Yeah.
Are
Well,
you
I-
ready for Poop Town?
I don't know.
You
Like
had
I
you
had
had a document leaked.
You had document
Yeah.
leak.
That's your first
well, that
step
stream.
into
That
going.
stream is wild, right? So that stream,
that was
I
a
got-
real stream.
I got hosted by Hugs right at the start, at the first minute.
Whoa, Hugs.
So
He hosted you.
within
the fuck up,
60 seconds, within 60 seconds, I had like 700 viewers. But like a normal host, it's like you go down. but the numbers went up.
Yeah, I mean
to 950
he's handsome
over the course of hours.
Yeah, they were like, everyone was like, "Who's this cute boy?
Yeah,
who's this cute boy talking?" Oh, I remember him. He was on the roast.
Yeah,
he was cute then and funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, can you play Just Dance?
15 more subs for 10 minutes more of Just Dance.
Yeah,
Turn the sound off and play Just Dance.
Yeah. Somebody, hey, do you have an ASMR microphone by chance? No. Oh no, I don't. No reason. I was just wondering. Like, you have any videos or whatever?
Yeah, and I leaked the document. You want to talk about how I leaked it?
Sure.
You didn't leak it. It got leaked.
You didn't like intentionally leak
No,
it.
I pulled up the document to show because like I was explaining the jokes, right?
Mm.
And like you guys are saying, everyone asks, it's like, oh, like did you make that joke? And I wanted to give credit to all the writers, so I was like, no, actually there was like a writer's doc, and it had like 13 pages of jokes. So I pulled it up and I like scrolled through and I showed just how many pages there were. I just wanted to show.
How long was the URL on the screen for?
Maybe like a minute or two. I was just like, I
that's
scrolled
so
through.
long.
I didn't think about it. I didn't
The
think
thing
about it
is,
at all.
you don't expect that from Smash streams.
But
though.
even if
That's
it's
true.
I also didn't
What
expect
do
it
you
because
mean?
like if you copy in a Google Doc URL, it should say you need permission to access this.
Yeah, so the thing was, my bad, back in December, the document is literally called Pat's House Roast.
Your link
Yeah,
was
it's an old ass
Yeah.
boy.
This was like a fuck me up link. Like you share this and it's like you are king now.
Yeah. We are all strong men.
This URL was the key.
Yeah. That's my B. But, you get just pass it around to a couple boys. It's usually you don't think about it. But sometimes that happens. You know what's funny, too? I'd be in that document late at night. And there'd be a couple people in there, like Anonymous Leper or whatever. And I'd be like, who the fuck is looking? Who's leaking?
Who's
That's what I was
Anonymous
thinking.
Leper?
That's what I was thinking, too. Because, yeah, there was always at least one other person every time I was in the document. And I was just thinking, who is it?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Who are you? You want to touch your hand
And
to the
mine's-
screen and then
And mine, when I'm on, it shows my avatar and everything because I'm like linked up.
you're linked up.
So that
You're
shows
not
me
anonymous tiger.
It shows
bear.
my cute little walnut in Christmas attire
Oh, yeah.
because that's my avatar.
You like that.
I like Pants.
Do I start?
Start what?
Stream?
Do you want to start this?
Is the internet back?
Internet
Yeah,
is
it's make
back
sure
up.
the internet's back
Just
on.
give
Yeah.
us the
As long
clear.
as we're recording, we
We
can
just
just
got
start
the
the
clear.
Yeah,
stream
sure,
now.
yeah, just start the
hit
stream.
start.
Hit it.
Yes, but anyways,
Anyways, that's just why I made all the racist jokes. That's just
Yeah,
felt
Yeah.
it.
and you
just
felt it
seems-
in your heart, and that's who you were.
And it's just a genuine me thing.
Right.
You know?
yeah,
right,
and
right.
he said, I remember him saying, he said, I don't care what Anthony thinks. I'm gonna go out there and speak truth to power.
Yeah, that's what you
Yeah.
said.
And then he marched down there, goose step, if you will, and then told his jokes.
Yeah, and then I said, after hearing them, he made some really good points.
You know what? I've
Yeah.
changed my stance to now.
Yeah, what
I
people
think supremacist.
what people didn't see in the live stream was that everyone was clapping and jumping and cheering. It wasn't laughing. It was clapter and whistling.
Anyway, the internet just came back. It went down. It wasn't any of our faults except the
Ludwig's.
company that we use to have our internet in general. What are you looking at? Is that bad?
Yeah, can we have a coordinated attack?
What's up?
Could not access the stream key.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
nice.
So we just did a whole bit for nothing.
Yeah, nice.
Well, it's gonna be.
Oh, my God.
Hey
Yeah,
guys,
we have
it
to
wasn't
take-
a bit. Ludwig's racist. Anyways, we all like to have fun around here.
What died?
Oh man, I love dead air.
I'm going to fucking kill
It's my favorite
myself.
Left 4 Dead levels. It's dead air.
Fuck it. The internet
Is
doesn't
it still
fucking work.
recording?
It doesn't
Yeah,
fucking
whatever.
work.
Is
It
it
never
still-
stopped-
is it
it's
still
always
recording?
recording. It's never stopped
It's
recording.
recording.
All right.
Never
Just
stopped.
always
the
gonna be
Wi-Fi
recording.
suddenly stopped again.
All
Baby,
right.
baby never stopped
Really?
recording.
And I never pay my bills. All right, wait, can I quick aside? These, okay.
Who's
This is to
the-
you
who's
two.
these?
This
Okay.
is to you two,
Hey, what's going on?
my friends.
Mm.
See you too.
So, I got the master bedroom
And a coin flip.
in a roulette spin.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like that.
I put it on green.
You're
Yeah.
a dumbass.
Anthony said he didn't really want it because he wanted to just save that money.
Oh,
'Cause
okay,
he's-
never
He went,
mind.
he went from closet to like full room anyway, so it's like it was an upgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty big
Uh,
upgrade.
But it would have been really funny if I got it.
If it hit, it hit.
It would have been funny, yes.
Because they
If it
wanted
hit,
it
he would have
really
still
bad.
got it. But either way, I was on red, Nick was on black. Nick picked. It went red. I won it. I got it. I live there. It's great. I don't clean it. Yada, yada.
I've seen it. Yep.
Filthy.
It's filthy. Yeah.
And then, I pay more. And that's why I get it. I want it, and then I pay more, and that's like the agreement. But for some reason, because I have the master, they have a vendetta against me where I have to do work. Like, we need to set up our water bill, our electricity bill, our Wi-Fi bill, our gas. Ludwig, you do all that because you have the master.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think that's fair.
It's not
fair.
fair.
It is fair.
What's fair is I pay more rent.
If I knew you were such a dumbass, I wouldn't have made this agreement.
Here's the context. He won it fair and square in
Yeah.
in a roulette spin,
Mm-hmm.
which everyone agreed upon.
Yeah.
He pays more rent for said room that he won
Yes.
fair and square.
Yes.
And now, on top of that, you are now putting more responsibility on him, even though he's paying more rent.
Unagreed. Yes.
Unconsensual. Have you seen his bathroom?
What
I
what
could
is-
live. You could have just lived in his closet,
Yeah.
and it would have
My
been an
bathroom is
upgrade.
bigger than your room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Wait, why is it a big deal that you have all the bills in your name?
It's just a pain in the ass that I have to
He's
do all the
fucking
bills.
lazy,
All the
dude.
bills are in
I
my
haven't
name,
seen him wash
in my-
a dish
in my-
since we
in my
fucking
apartment.
moved.
How
in.
many,
Yeah, but like
how
the
many
problem-
dishes have you washed?
So many.
I've
I
washed
do the
dishes.
dishes.
I
a
wash
lot.
dishes. What are you talking
I do the
about?
dishes a lot.
First of all,
I clean this house every Sunday except this Sunday.
Guys,
every
guys.
Day of the
single
Lord.
lunch.
The table.
The table.
It's the table. It's the
It's
table.
starting to vibrate.
Yeah, what I was gonna say
You do dishes sometimes.
is that the problem with the bills is that like I have to message him and be like, "Can you pay me for this bill?" And like it's just like
It takes a little while.
it takes a little while
and
sometimes.
that's not fair. You're
Like
right.
for example, today I bought a hotel and
I paid you immediately
for the big house. You paid me immediately. Nick can't pay me until like 5 days from now.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is like whatever, but then I also have to pay like the electricity bill, which I haven't done, and the Wi-Fi bill, which I haven't done, and the gas bill, which I haven't done. And
You
it's
haven't
like,
paid these bills?
What?
So that's a good thing it's in your name.
Yeah, so my
Man.
credit score drops.
This is so sick. I love hearing about this. So, anyways, the Hugo roast.
Why are you an asshole?
What do you mean? It's
That's
just this is like you're literally just talking about nothing. It's like
Talking
we're gonna
about
talk
bills.
about you're gonna bitch
Talking
about
about bills?
the bills. Yeah, you're literally
Alright.
talking about bills. You're
No,
literally
okay.
talking about bills right now.
All right, I was having fun.
I like it.
Yeah,
a
I
lot.
think I was fine with it.
I was-
No,
out
take
of-
it
out
take
of
it
the
away,
blue.
asshole.
Yeah.
Okay, Ludwig leaked the document because he's a dumbass, and then like they said in the Reddit thread, Ludwig released the document.
Yeah, I was upset about that.
Yeah.
The
And
verbiage was messed up there.
it also kind of was weird to be on the other side of something like that, right?
Yeah.
This is something like people wanted to see, and then like it became like. Have you ever gotten like a leak? Like there's something leaked, and you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah,
We're on the
many
other side
nudes,
of that now.
So many nudes.
Yeah, I said I think the fappening,
Yeah.
right? That's like pretty.
Well, I'm just saying in general, and like also all the nudes that were in the document that we
yeah,
had.
exactly. Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
like that was wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Because it was like, for one, it was just a storage spot for them,
Yeah.
for us, which was really convenient at a certain time, and then it wasn't.
Weird
Yeah.
that we had a page just for our ball hair that we
Yeah.
shaved.
I don't think it's weird. That's
Also, by
thing.
the way, to the person who did it and then locked everyone out, you're an asshole, man.
Yeah, that's such an
That was
asshole.
so
Come on.
unnecessary.
This is mean.
So they found the first person who leaked it in my chat, and I think that's patient zero.
Are you
Okay.
gonna name names right now? I think
And he's permabanned from my chat. I don't know his fucking name.
That's how
I think it was like
don't protect him here.
D1X _
Who's the second guy? Crimson Blur.
Yeah, probably.
Video
probably.
VG Bootcamp, I think was the other one.
He's used to controlling Google Docs. So either way, I don't think we can't tell who locked it and kicked everyone out because they locked it and kicked everyone out.
Well, yeah, I'm not trying to ask for his head. I'm just saying that to the man, if you're listening, you're a piece of shit.
Well, that's the thing too. That person is probably like would hear that and be like, "Haha, nice, got him." Right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Also,
I don't
the
know,
worst
it's how it
part.
goes sometimes.
The worst part is that the guy on Reddit was a different guy. He actually thought it was released, and he.
Yeah, but he made the title. That guy doesn't have all the blood off of his hands.
No, I know,
Yeah.
but when
He
I
was karma
commented,
farming.
he was
I
like,
don't like
"Oh,
that."
I actually
Yeah.
thought you released it. Like, I'll delete it." I don't
Yeah.
know if he actually
He
deleted the
also,
post.
he was definitely farming karm because then there was another comment where someone was like, "Oh, why are some of these highlighted?" And he was like, "Oh, I'll just answer this question as if
Yeah.
I have the exact answer."
Yeah, and then I snippety
Yeah, then you-
replied to him.
Yeah,
and
you
it was
showed up with the heater with a gun so big.
Hi, thanks for pretending to know the answer. I'll take over now.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow.
And it's like this is something I feel like is going to be the way now, right? Because you start to cross over from like consumer to creator or whatever, and like you start to get something that people want, and now it's like it's been like a BTS thing a lot of times, you know, like going back to the who thought up what, you know, I get questions like who thought up this sketch and this fucking thing
Yeah.
for Summit. It's like, dude, shut up. Like,
Yeah.
just,
I mean,
it
I
doesn't matter. Like we're putting something out. Like, you know what I mean?
The team did.
Yeah.
That's
The
the answer.
team.
to
I
that.
mean,
Odd.
sometimes I am like genuinely curious who came up with the idea of it, like the concept of something. That's always like
Neeper calling
interesting.
me.
Yo, put him on speaker and put him up to the microphone.
Why aren't you guys streaming?
Neep. Or okay, you're on recording.
Okay.
Our internet went out,
You
Neep.
guys are okay. I just wanted to make sure you guys were safe and okay.
You're safe and okay.
Okay.
All right, bye.
No earthquake, no meteor.
No quakes.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Have fun.
You know, actually,
It's cute
we're
that
so
he was concerned.
we're so close to Quaker Stadium too.
I started stream.
You started stream?
And we're back?
We're back.
All
We're
right.
live.
We're live.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's why I was doing the racist jokes. all the
Right,
time.
yeah.
There we go.
It's good. We had to get it explained 2 times, but now it's making a lot more sense.
Yeah.
And
I'm actually on I'm on your team now.
Yeah, I gotta
I'm
say,
coming around.
I think I'm switching.
I'm on board.
It wasn't an Asian thing, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But either way, I feel like the whole credit thing, it's kind of because there are performers, right? And that's why I think it's prevalent here. Is Taffel actually that funny? Did he actually make that crouch cancel joke? Like, that's what people want to know.
Yeah, and I think that's part of it too. It's also, I think it's, honestly, I say it a lot, but it just comes out of human nature. Like, you just want to know who to worship, right?
Yeah.
Like Dan Harmon didn't write all the jokes in Community ever, but some of them I think are the best ever.
Yeah, but you know what I will say is Dunk didn't use any of our material, and let that be known. Everyone can go ahead and just make what you want of that. Everyone else
That's
had a pretty...
not true. He did.
Come on, man.
Oh.
I'm trying to dirt
That
him.
was too real. Yeah, that's too real.
too real.
I think it was also like from being in it, like you kind of you probably want some credit too, you know what I mean? Like you
definitely want ownership.
Yeah,
of
you
your
want
own stuff.
ownership of like
Yeah.
if something really hits and you made it, like Hugo had 2 jokes that you didn't want to do and they really hit and he's like proud of that.
And that's
in a sense.
okay. Yeah, it's hard to sort of give that part of yourself up to be like, no, it was everybody. Like, it's not important. Like, that's something you have to learn, I guess. And like,
You ever seen that shit in Friends?
what?
When Joey has an interview after he's Drake Ramore and then he's like, so do you make your own lines? He's like, yeah, I pretty much improv all of them, and then they write him off and kill him in the show. We'll just do that in the roast.
We kill somebody?
Yeah, we'll have Hugs back and then just kill him off as we'll be like, here are your jokes, and it'll be like, and now I fall and die. And then
Hugs gets shot in the back.
It's a roast, but it's a murder mystery instead of
Yeah.
a tournament.
Ooh.
who'd
Nice.
done it?
New idea.
That would be crazy, actually, if you turned off the lights and then someone died.
And it's like
For real.
Yeah.
you just it's just like later on, it's like, yeah, we thought it'd be a really good idea to just murder somebody
You lock the doors.
in the dark.
It's like, no, they were homeless. It's like, it wasn't crazy. It's whatever. Like, no, don't worry about the guy.
Yeah. But yeah, it was also a good tournament, which was cool. I've never streamed running again in my fucking life.
Dude, you did a
Dude,
fine job.
you looked so stressed.
You did a fine
you were in
job.
tears.
It wasn't about doing a fine job. It was about I was the most stressed I've ever been in my life.
Yeah,
And
welcome
found
to
a
my
gr-
whole life.
I had a great pube before this all happened.
Yeah.
And now I probably have like 3.
He freaked out about a great pube. He also, do you guys know this? The night of the roast or the night after the roast, he's like really fucking stressed about some shit. And he's like, Ben, is there any nicotine in your vape?
Yeah.
Oh, no, this was Sunday. Yeah, I remember
Yeah, it was
this.
the day
Yeah.
after the roast. Ben's like, no. And he fucking rips it.
I ripped it, and it was like
He ripped the pen.
I ripped a non-nicotine vape, but it had like burnt pieces inside of it.
Coil, yeah, burnt
And I'm
coil.
pretty sure
Burnt
that's
coil.
how I got
Harsh
sick.
coils.
Yeah, the coil was so harsh, bro. But I ripped it, and I was like, this tastes like burnt popcorn. And then I blew a fat cloud.
Were you happy with the clouds?
Yeah,
how'd
I
it,
was,
how'd
like,
it
sick.
feel? Are you on board? Are you getting one of
Well,
the?
you were vaping at gas station once, so I'd recommend vaping a little smarter next time. But yeah,
Responsibly
that's
vape.
that. I was worried. I was worried for you because you're
when
Mr.
I hit
Straight
the,
Edge.
when I hit the vape,
When I heard it, yeah, when Ben told us, it was
I
me
was
sitting with
very
Nick.
stressed out.
Me and Nick were like, looked at each other like,
It had no nicotine in it.
Hey guys, just so everyone was.
It's
just
just
so everyone knows,
flavor.
would you
That's
drink
an edge break,
O'Doul's?
dude. Would you drink O'Doul's?
No,
I know you wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
And that's
Exactly.
why you're fake
Exactly.
edge.
Although O'Doul's is a little different because O'Doul's actually does have alcohol in it.
All non-alcoholic beer has alcohol.
Yeah, I
content
know.
in it.
So it's not really the same because
Would
it
you
actually
drink-
has zero nicotine.
Would you
but-
drink the booch?
I don't know. I want to booch out.
Yeah, if you wouldn't booch out, then that's like then
I
no.
want to booch.
Booch isn't it?
But like, what is?
I would say-
what is vape? It's literally just. I don't care.
It gives you popcorn lung.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fine.
I
Popcorn.
can't
Look
wait
at
till
that.
my lungs just fucking look like a
Like a
map of North America.
Redenbacher.
I don't know.
Redenbacher,
Back,
baby.
yeah.
VGPG, I love it. Keeps me going.
Yeah, it was quite a week. A lot of different things happened. For
How do you feel
everyone.
now? Are you good? Are you stressed? Are you happy with
I'm
life?
sick, right? So it's like I can't even think about stuff, and I had a shitload of work to do after that to get back at BTS, and I had to like work from home and do a bunch of meetings from home, and it was a pain in the ass.
Your job seems stressful, man.
Yeah,
It is,
yeah.
but it's good stressful because I feel like It's like at my old job, I would do my job and then come home and do the thing I want, and now I do the thing I want for my job, which is good.
Then he comes home, does the thing he wants.
And now, you know what I was thinking the other day? It was fucked up. I was like, some people just come home and like watch movies. Like that's chill with them.
That's the thing they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I never had that, right? Because my old job was like a very cookie cutter type of thing, and I'm like, I can't go home and watch a fucking movie. I got like stuff to do. I got like things to work towards, and then I'll just play video games instead.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was gonna say.
Yeah, you definitely.
I was gonna say, like, my thing is, yeah, who would do that, idiot? Boots CS:GO for 7.5 hours straight.
Hour 100 to Octopath Traveler.
But it's the idea that like you work with like I worked in an auto shop, and there was a lot of mechanics and technicians I'm friends with, and they would just go home, slam beers, and watch reality TV.
Slamming beers and watching reality TV sounds hype.
That's
It
the
is
life.
hype.
I've been slamming beers all weekend. Too many beers.
Yeah, because Ben came.
I'm the heaviest I've ever been and the weakest simultaneously. Because I haven't gone to the gym because of my rib.
Now's our time.
You
think now if we try
that's running? Dude, that's exactly what Miles said. When I said that he cracked his rib, he's like, no, that's what Ben said. He's
Everybody
like,
keeps running it. Miles said it too.
It was in the Discord, and we're like, yeah, dude, Ludwig like cracked his rib or something, and he just hits his vape. And this is over Discord, and he's like, it's time.
God, Mrs. Cream Skunk, so funny. We just sip beers all weekend. I was like, this is hype. Like, I want to play Beerio Kart today, but
Whoa.
Yeah, that's when you start getting into when you're playing weekday Beerio Kart, it's like
I learned how to chug, and it was like fun.
you learned how to chug. Did
Like
you not know
relearn. I learned how to do it better.
Didn't you use the shotgun?
Shotgunning's different. I
Yeah,
mean, like
that's a
chugging
different.
glass.
It's a whole different.
Okay.
Talking about chugging a glass bottle. That's hard.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you got to make sure.
You just have to let your throat get stabbed by the dagger feeling.
you have to suffer unto the bottle.
It's just so much pain.
You
That's it.
fall on the sword first, and then it starts to feel better.
Yeah, you guys ran Mario Party that night, right?
We ran Mario Party.
How did it go?
Terribly.
I mean,
Me and Nick played together and we won.
yeah, we got like me and Ben
You get
like
rinsed?
4 turns in. We're like, oh, this game's over, nice. And so that was it. And it didn't help that they got all of their mini games. Like,
Dommy.
yeah, actually, Domination came up.
It was hard for them because we had Domination come up, we had Slime Time come up, we had Mana Rays come up, we
Mana
had
Rays didn't
every
come
single doubles mini game come up.
Oh, fucking relax, Ludwig.
Yeah,
No.
It just seemed like there's so many.
You know,
mini
no,
games that
literally,
came up
I
in
flubbed.
favor.
I made one flub, but we were about to rinse them in dungeon duos, which is the most skill based mini game in the entire game.
You
So-
lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Did
because
you win?
I made a flub. That was my
No,
bad.
it
What was your
It
flub?
wouldn't-
I jumped-
Was it pipes?
I jumped.
would've
I
still
jumped. I jumped, and I put my stick down, and then I released it too early, and I just landed on the corner of the pipe and didn't fall in.
Oh.
But the difference is
jumped it-
minimal.
I knew it was pipes, too.
Had I jumped in, I would have been there faster, and then we would have gotten to the
You would've
bumpy
been there
jumpy,
slower.
and we would have.
You would have been there like a frame after us. We had gotten in it when you had said I fucked up.
This is-
All I'm saying is that it would have been like Lightning McQueen crossing the finish line with his tongue out, but we still get the W.
Did that happen in the movie Cars?
It's the opening scene for the movie Cars.
Because I haven't seen it, but it feels very specific.
Yeah,
Oh man.
opening scene.
You know what was an interesting thing about Cars I saw was a post that was like, one of the cars was like a veteran or something.
Like
It was like from the war.
that to
and
imply that there was a
a
great
car
World
war.
War.
Yeah. There was like a car Hitler and shit.
Yeah. The leader of BMW probably at the time, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
man.
it was just very sleek black vehicles.
Or the Bernstein Bears thing
Probably
that we
not
saw,
black, though.
where U-Haul
Dude,
was like...
that was insane. Also, that cover is so funny because it's a Bernstein Bears cover, and it's like a family of pandas moved in next door, and the dad is so mad.
He doesn't look excited.
He's
I'll
so
tell you that
racist.
much.
He is
He's
so
the most
racist at those
racist
pandas. He's like,
man.
I don't like them being in my neighborhood.
And the
Yeah.
kids are all stoked.
Yeah,
And,
the kids
like,
are so,
the mom is
yeah,
stoked.
there's baby pandas. The mom's like waving, and the dad's just like, fucking sons of bitches.
But the pandas come over in a U-Haul, and it's named U-Haul.
Yeah.
I learned how to not be racist from Roly Poly Oly.
I loved watching that.
I
When they had
hated
the
that show.
the square
was
ones
too
and the
old to
circle
watch it.
ones, and they were friends.
Did you learn that?
Yeah, because originally I learned to be racist, so I
I
had
say,
to,
well, before it was
it was so bad when I was 4.
I'm trying to remember when I learned.
To not be racist?
Yeah. I can't.
I don't think it's something you actually learn. You learn to
No,
be racist,
but yeah,
right?
but
inherently you're not racist.
hey, look, I learn every day. You know, I'm just trying.
No baby is born racist, right? It's something you learn to be
What
racist.
if
Mine will
though,
be.
racist babies, and they just like
What if you're born racist and you have to like learn to get out of it?
I don't think it's ever happened.
I think
like
you
that.
have
How do you
accidental
know?
racist.
Maybe you got
you're
out of it
accidentally
so
racist
young.
as a baby.
I think the second your parent says something that's even slightly kind of weird, you're like, oh, yeah.
It might not even be say something. It might just be you were a baby raised around only white babies, and then you didn't see, a black child until you're like 5.
My
and
friend,
then that was weird for you.
My friend told me when he was a little baby, he walked up to he said the first time he saw a black person, he just walked up to him and like rubbed his finger on them.
Oh, my God.
And I mean, his mom was insanely embarrassed, and she was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Please don't."
Yeah.
But it's like he didn't do it because he's like, "Look at me, get this guy."
Yeah,
like it was,
It's because of the lack of diversity.
Yeah, exactly. It's just because he was in the suburbs.
Fucking and Roly Poly Oly is out here making it better.
Yeah.
I mean,
It helped
Dr.
me in my 98.4% white state.
Fuck New Hampshire, dude.
Jesus.
Fuck New Hampshire. Dude.
Hey.
It's the
Number
size of
one.
it's the size of a fucking coin, and he's about to make stats right now.
Number one
in
in
what?
economic opportunity,
Cool.
baby.
It's about as big as my ball sack.
It's percentage, you dummy.
What?
It's percentage.
It's a sample size of 10 people.
Yeah.
It's a sample size of 1.3 million, which is almost as much as Phoenix, Arizona.
I don't like this. I don't like his fucking New
I don't
Hampshire handbook.
Yeah.
I got New
I don't like
Hampshire
that. I don't like
stats,
that he
dude.
read a book about New Hampshire stats.
I got brochures for you boys after this. And they're New Hampshire shaped.
God. What is the shape of New Hampshire? Draw it with your fingers.
Triangle.
boot.
It looks like this. That's just drew a triangle for you because that's what it looks like.
It's weird. It looked like you just.
It's two. There's two. There's New Hampshire's the one triangle, and then Vermont's the triangle in the other way, and they make like a square together.
You finger drew an SS.
Yeah.
I don't know why
I
you
didn't do that. Do you want to talk about how many racist jokes I had at the?
At the roast too. Yeah.
So the
Back
Home
to roast
Depot
talk.
one, I definitely said not to do it.
Yeah.
I also told him not to do it.
If you see the document, you'll see me in there getting everyone to pull back, right? Because I'm like, I had this idea in my head that like if we ran anything kind of edgy or whatever you want to call it, it would just not go well, and I'd rather have been safe than sorry.
Yeah.
So a lot of times I was like, pull back on this, pull back on this. Some of them were just like feeling out certain areas of jokes that I was like, okay, just can't do that one.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But nothing was too bad. That's what I was actually proud of when the document did get leaked, is like we were all pretty much.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was like it could have been so much worse.
Yeah, you get like one fucking sus like smasher in this case, since everyone writing was a smasher.
Yeah.
You get one person like that in there, and they're making like they're just like throwing wild shit around. That's like so bad, dude. And it makes everyone look like shit. And
What's crazy is that guy could have edited the doc.
Yeah, I
and
thought about
made
that.
it, like
He could have just been like,
it was a clean leak. I'm
God,
surprised
that
it
would have
was a
been
clean
such
leak.
a fucking nightmare. Oh my god.
Because there's no way to go back because he kicked you all out.
Right,
And then,
right, right.
Yeah.
It's
Man, he would have
I mean,
been
I'm
an
sure
evil
he-
mastermind genius if he did that.
Jesus.
You missed an
Christ.
opportunity, dumbass. Good job.
yeah, good fucking joke, idiot.
Yeah.
Oh, stop antagonizing the hacker.
Do it again.
Lock
Do it again.
Lock
planet.
his dick.
Hack the planet. Yeah, it also made us have a talk about like OPSEC at the house and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just like, who knows? I mean, Dr. Disrespect has like 9 fucking passwords on his, whatever accounts he uses for stuff.
that's insane.
I just can't wait till people start taking shots at Ludwig so we can strap the fuck up.
Yeah.
in this white bread ass neighborhood.
It'll be like,
I don't
yeah.
know, dude.
Well, Dr. Disrespect, he got shot at. It was with a BB gun. But if I see one
was a
fucking...
BB gun?
Yeah, it was a BB gun. It
That's-
broke a window.
I'm glad to hear that.
It broke a window.
That makes me feel
Was
so
it-
much better.
Was
But
it both times? He's been shot a couple times.
Yeah, it was both. It was the same person, same
What if
same
it's
weapon.
just
Same
like,
BB
what if
gun?
it's just like
Red Rider.
Same WMD.
yeah. What if it's the neighbor's neighborhood kid who's just a jackass that keeps
Yeah,
shooting
It
up his-
probably was. a
doesn't
kid who
know
lived
it's-
in there.
yeah.
I don't think it was like a stream sniper,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I'm
Please,
just
a stream BB gunner.
analyzing nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, if that happens for us, it's like we're going to Arizona. We're driving over to the border with some real shit. Okay.
Okay, well.
White's only in the car, so the guard doesn't stop us. You know how that should go.
I do know that.
And then, then just strap up.
You're being so racist that my genes are starting to vibrate.
I'm Spanish. You know that, right?
I'm kidding.
Shut
It's
up.
fine.
I am. God, it's always the fucking.
Yeah, again, also with the, Hug talked about it and shit on history. The whole racist stuff, actually, like Ludwig is a racist, like, bit.
Mm-hmm.
I was on there and I was like, I went over his material and I was like, yeah, they should just change. I changed it for him because that's how it worked. And then he's like, why'd you change all that stuff about Ludwig? Like, it's like you're not even roasting him.
Yeah, you're protecting him.
And he's like, are you protecting him because you're your friend? I'm like, no, dude, fuck Ludwig. But like, this doesn't make sense, right? These jokes
that
just
was
don't make
Yeah,
any.
that was something as like, and I mean, look, what do I know? But That whole part of just like digging into Ludwig for being racist and saying fake racist things was like, okay,
Yeah.
it just doesn't make any sense. Also, like the attempt at the joke there where he was like something about taco is like, what?
You could tell that. So in writing, you have to kill your darlings a lot, and sometimes it's too hard. And I know that he thought that up and thought it was so good that he couldn't let it go.
Speaking of a darling we should have killed,
What?
math book text cover.
God, fuck you. You fucking ruined it. I loved that joke, and you just fucking shat all over it.
You know, Hugs and Vish laughed so hard during that because they both rejected that joke. And then you messaged me the morning of. Only thing you messaged me to do, you're like, you have to run this joke. And I said, for you,
And you fucked it up.
fine.
You're an asshole.
And I fucked it up.
Yeah, you flubbed that line.
It was so hard to say naturally.
You just read lines. Like,
Yeah.
you just prepare.
Math textbook cover. That's not a word I say a lot.
That's pretty clean.
You could have you even just could have said textbook cover,
Yeah.
a college textbook
Yeah,
cover.
Science. Anyway.
Well, either way, I fucked it.
I forgive you.
Oh no, you freaked it. Yeah.
I don't forgive you.
you. But what was I going to say about before you...
Hugo, racist bit, kill your darlings.
Yeah. Fuck, I forgot. My head is meat.
Yeah, I'll
Chicken.
say for the racist thing, it's like he was doing it like he was writing a character of me.
Oh, yeah. Like, what I was going to say is, like, it's like he wanted to tell a bunch of tomato jokes. So he said, Ludwig is a big tomato. And then just goes into 4 minutes of tomatoes material. And it's like, well, I mean... Sure.
He walks around and says, "Put me in a sub."
And that's why it was like it kind of didn't work. But not to take away from him, because it's like I also don't like the idea of chastising literally anyone, performers or writers or whatever, because again, it's fucking hard.
I'll do it.
So you can do it because whatever.
Dunk, you fucked up.
Oh, I'll go. Oh yeah, I'll go ahead and sound off on that one too. Dunk. Jesus, man.
Dunk didn't make rehearsal. I think if he made rehearsal, it would have been a little bit better. I don't think he bombed by any means.
He didn't.
No, there was just a giant chunk of of him telling a story that might as well have ended with, and then I found $5. It was just, oh man,
The
it was
fact
just
that he
so
had-
long.
The fact that he had one of the best jokes of the night, I think.
Which one?
The
Was it the
who
Vish
the
joke?
fuck is Hugo?
Oh yeah, that was pretty.
Was
good.
a really good joke.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Because
that
it was like
good.
a cool anecdote, and it was something like behind the scenes. I think a lot of people like that.
The Vegas story actually had a pretty good punchline at the end, the way it was written. But I think along the way, he just got
I don't think he
lost
had it.
in the supermarket.
I don't think he had it, the script.
Well, no, he did.
It's definitely.
Well, you know he was off memory, though, right?
It was folded up. He brought it out. It was in his pocket.
You don't know the story?
What? What happened?
When he went up and he brought it out, all his pages were disorganized.
God.
So when he was
If he went to the rehearsal, who knows?
when he was reading,
Yeah.
he would like pull it up and it'd be the wrong one, and so then he'd just look at the person and try to make jokes. So like when he looked at me, he didn't have the script of Ludwig jokes. He had like the script of Vish jokes. But then he was like, Ludwig, you Slime and Ludwig. That's why he did that. Is because he was trying to think of the joke.
Oh, he's stalling.
And so, yeah, he's stalling. And that's why he said, like, can you guys give me 2 seconds? I'm more disorganized than all these people combined. He was still trying to find it. He could never fucking find it. I don't think he ever had the right page, ever. I think he would, like, roast someone and then move on to the next person and then open a paper and it'd be the person he just roasted. Like, he just missed it every time.
You know what? That might have been my fault, because right before we went live, I was like, I'm going to put all the scripts in the podium. And then we were like, well, how about just in our pocket? I'm like, that's a better idea. Pocket it is. Boys, pocket. And then just, like, frantically, like, put it in your pocket. We're going live right now, right?
Yeah.
So.
Well, the weird thing is he folded each paper, like, individually and
Into
stacked
cranes.
the folded
Into
ones on
paper
top.
Cranes. He's like, no, the big one, that's all Vish jokes. And then the one that's a little frog that you can bounce,
Yeah.
that's chilling.
Yeah, so that's why, if you guys
The
didn't
plane
know,
is Ludwig.
I thought you guys knew that, but that's why.
No idea.
I see it.
In that case, it makes way more sense that he just it just seemed like he was like up there floundering.
That's why he nailed the anecdote of Hugo in the. Who the fuck is?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is
Because that was just a
Hugo?
story that happened that he knew.
Yeah.
He looked a bit nervous. Like you said, because
I think
he
he was just
did.
stressed about that. Tafo seemed a little nervous. I think it's because he wasn't drinking though. I had a lot to drink before.
How much?
I had like 4 shots of alcohol.
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna talk about the upstairs, all the alcohol upstairs.
It was booming in booze.
It was crazy because I walked up there. Yes, I'm clouded. I was up there, and I walked up there.
Purple wristbands for all my boys.
Yeah, I walked up there and it was just beers, and then I went downstairs to talk to some of the commoners, and then when I got back up there was just a bunch of bottles of liquor, and I was like, oh, ooh-wee.
Okay.
That wasn't by the event though. I think that was.
Yeah, no,
Vish got it.
Yeah, I don't think BTS wanted to go get a big bottle of Popov.
No, it was
No.
definitely not. And it sucked too, because like the bandwidth for every staff member was just stretched to the fucking max.
Yeah.
So
it's-
like,
ooh.
so also like, Vish, like when he got drunk at the Mango, right? And then he was on commentary for Top 8, and I kept going to production and being like, "Are they good? Are they good?" And then they would turn to me and be like, and I'm like, "Fuck! Like, no, I don't want to have to pull. I don't want to have to do this. Like, roast is done. This is home stretch Top 8. Like,
Yeah.
just
And then-
live our lives."
And then Goddess just came down from heaven
Mangus himself.
and kicked everyone off of commentary. I loved that because I didn't watch any of the tournament. I was upstairs in the cool private room, but I would occasionally look at the big projector, and when I looked at the projector, it was like Mango sitting down, and then it looked like it was him looking at stats for the tournament. He was just like, let me see what the bracket looked like. And it was like, oh man, it was
yeah, they brought up the bracket.
yeah,
couple times.
it was just like your drunk dad finally showed up, but like way too late into your little league game.
Yeah, but he's still interested, and you're like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna hit a homer for him.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna impress him.
You showed up in the 7th, and you're fucking hype on it.
Yeah, you were still very excited that
and
he
you're
showed up at
and
all.
you're down.
Yeah,
I wanted so badly to commentate with him.
The Beavers are down 9 runs. Yeah. So what happened? You got big dog.
He DM'd me, and he's like, "Hey, I'm coming. I'll be there in 14 minutes. We commentating Top 8 together." Not a
Damn.
question. He said it, and I was like, "Son, we're commentating Top 8. We're doing it. It's happening." And then he gets there, right? Hugo gets off because he said he wanted to get off, and then Vish and Chillin both get up, and I show a DM, the DM from Hungrybox to Vish. Then he like gets up to leave, and I go to sit in his chair. He's like, "You're not sitting in my chair."
Vish said that.
Yeah, and I was like, "Me and Mango."
Oh,
I would-
God.
And I was like, "I'm gonna go take Chillin's chair," and he's like, "Nah, man." And I was like,
I would.
"Okay." Then he left, and I took Chillin's chair.
Yeah.
I said, "Fuck him," and I sat down.
Oh.
And then Chillin got there, and he said,
He gave you a little hand wave.
He gave me he went,
Oh,
the tap.
Hey, bud.
Woo.
We talked about that too, how that needed to happen, or else you just would have been out of your
Yeah,
mind.
yeah. That would be the final like keyframe for Ludwig. Like it's like the
Ludwig's
end of,
eyes start glowing.
Yeah. It's like the end of like Berserk or something with the fucking egg. It's like this is the last item that he needs to complete, and then he just becomes like 40 feet tall.
and brawl when you get the third piece of that fucking
And then he has
hero glider thing.
He has
I
every
got the targets now.
Infinity Stone.
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
It would have been really
It
bad.
would have been so fun though. I really just want to commentate with.
No. What would have happened if he got on commentary? Ludwig would just be wearing sunglasses right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would just be like, "Yeah, what's up?"
You think
guys?"
I'd be on this podcast?
You would have demanded like we're doing a podcast on my channel.
I wouldn't.
He already
have you
did.
guys
What do you
on my
mean?
channel. You mean the Mango co-commentator? I'd go from Slime's friend to Mango's friend. That's a bigger universe.
That's
What
a
an-
big
what an
step up,
upgrade.
yeah.
Big
Yeah,
universe.
damn.
That's like going from DC to Marvel.
Yeah.
nothing
Yeah.
but a rise
DC?
up there.
It's not Nightwing.
Oh, poor Nightwing.
But yeah, so I didn't actually get it.
It's interesting too. Like there have been like everyone's talking shit on commentators right now. I don't know why. It's like a couple people made tweets about how you should be good at the game if you want to commentate and all that,
Oh, I saw that.
which I actually kind of agree with.
Give me that name.
It was
Who?
Toph
Fucking-
had
who was
quote
it?
tweeted a comment from.
Like
I forget.
fiction says stuff like that.
It might. Yeah, it wasn't fiction, but it was like
It was some dude. He's ranked in NYC. It's funny because I had DM'd him before. He DM'd me. We were talking about like ideas for something for Smash related. He's like
Is it Kaon?
It's not Kaon. No, it's some dude. I forget. I feel bad because we talked a little bit.
All right.
But yeah, he's like, if you're not fucking can't take a game off me, and don't belong on commentary. And it started like every commentator hears that isn't good, and they're like, oh shit, I'm a fraud. Like
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah.
starts to evaluate.
Oh,
who
I
they
don't.
are.
I don't think that.
there's a
I don't
tweet
think I'm a
that-
fraud. I just think that guy's wrong.
There's a tweet that said like if you go 0-2, you shouldn't commentate, and I was like, well, I go 2-2.
Yeah, right. Like, okay.
You should have seen me go 3-2 at the last tournament.
And it's really interesting because, like, I don't know why, but there's this rally against, like, who the fuck are these people and why are they on mics these days? I think it might have started with Shine because the commentary manager for that tournament put a bunch of fucking people on that usually didn't get on, and which I think is always cool. You
Yeah,
give people,
stock.
You give people chances, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool, but it's like, in a way, what I was saying the other night is, like, it's hard to identify who is doing what,
For what
reason,
Yeah.
right? Because I like to commentate because I just like talking, and I have Asperger's, or like I just like speaking. And so I can't make that one anymore.
Big leak. if you guys are just now coming back,
You
Anthony,
put that in the Google Doc. Lock that shit up. Take his Asperger's and lock it.
please.
No,
free him.
but for real, I just like talking so much that I'm like, hey, I'll just do it on this thing, right? And then but some people will go on and they'll try to like farm pieces for a reel or farm clips for a reel, or they'll go on to like get in with like upper people in Melee, which is so fucking stupid and funny to try to do.
Yeah, it's also lame as
It's
hell.
completely ridiculous. You think I didn't pretend to be friends with all of these people just so I could get one Pool's commentary set at the roast? I mean, you guys are ridiculous. It's insane. Why would
I heard good things about your set.
Really? I like that.
You said Bummer Summer too many
Twice.
times.
I said it twice. I know. I have my exact Bummer Summer count.
It was funny. At the end,
First I've ever heard of this.
so I had the stream up when I was stream running, and I wasn't watching chat. I wasn't watching. I was just focused on stream running. And then, but when it was commentators would swap out, I would coordinate that, and then I would look at the final like sort of minutes when they were gone.
Yeah.
And all I said, the one message I saw that stuck in my mind was like, "Stop saying Bummer Summer."
I said it twice. I love Bummer.
Context do you use that?
And I was just like, "How many times, Mike?"
When you
he missed that edge guard.
Bummer Summer. Yeah, it's a Bummer Summer when it happens, dude.
It's after the 21st, brother. You got to do like fucking shit fall.
Bird.
Well, I mean, it doesn't.
Bottom autumn.
Look, all I'm saying is I only said it twice to the person. Someone, all I imagine is his ex-girlfriend said Bummer Summer a lot. He heard it, got really upset, and like started projecting. That's
So,
not my fault.
I
That's
think
not my
Bummer
fault.
Summer's a once is enough kind of word or phrase.
Maybe
Yeah.
twice. Maybe twice is enough.
Danny, bro. This is why you're fucking pools, bro.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
it.
yeah,
Pools.
Bro,
I can't even say anything.
dude, if you can't make it out of pools,
Bummer Summer twice in a commentary block, you don't deserve to be on it.
Yeah, dude.
You sound like Wes Balls.
Do you think so?
Wes Balls does that voice a lot.
oh.
That sounds about as much as Westfalls does.
Not
as
his
when you
norm-
do your George
George
Clooney.
Clooney. All right, hit it.
Hey, Tess.
Shut the fuck up.
What is that?
Go away, dude.
It's like,
Got a bottle of champagne for us.
all right. That's
What is
it
that?
used to be British. That's the thing. It's
It
just
used to be a Michael Caine.
Yeah, it's just.
It used to
Oh,
be-
George
That's that was
Clooney.
my first one. Was, I'm George Clooney. But I've improved so much.
It's funny because George Clooney has such a bland voice to be a guy who does his.
Yes.
Well,
It's
I
like,
watched.
come on.
I was.
Yeah, it's
I was on an airplane and they had a documentary and it was called like I'm George Clooney, I think, and it was basically George Clooney voice actors in different countries. Because if you don't know, voice actors usually reprise the same role. So if there's the guy who does the Italian George Clooney,
Oh,
always does
for
the-
like a dub for
Yeah.
Yeah.
international.
like he does Ocean's 11, 12, 13. He'll do like
Batman
sure
and
exactly.
Robin.
Yeah.
He's the greatest Batman
the
film.
nipple Batman.
Nipple Batman, yeah.
His big four movies.
Nice to meet you.
It's all talk about like being George Clooney, and so when I was watching that, I was like trying to fucking be him.
Oh,
You
that's
thought
actually
you
really
thought you'd be the
interesting
American George Clooney?
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
Oh, just like if you
What
ever
about
mix,
the
like
do
a-
French George Clooney?
I don't fucking know. Fuck off. All right, I can't.
Oh man.
What were we talking about? Why are you doing George Clooney
We're talking about
impressions?
commentators.
Yeah.
I think it's weird.
Oh, I was
though.
gonna say I can't even shit on you for only doing pools because I was thinking about it. I've never done bracket on the mainstream ever
First of all, I've done
Really?
top 8 commentary plenty of times.
at a
So
major.
at the Balk.
No, I did top 8
Oh
commentary
yeah,
for
hammered commentary.
Hammer
that,
drunk.
that got you fucking exiled.
also for
I didn't
fucking
get, no, I
PM.
didn't
To be
get exiled.
clear.
Yeah.
There was just multiple Reddit threads about how I'm a danger to society for threatening to pull a pot bonus in a tournament I have no involvement in.
That's so funny.
God, I love PM. That's why I love PM because I get to do that. It's so fun.
It really is the Wilder West.
You
Yeah.
haven't either, right? Have you?
Top 8?
No, not top 8. Like
Uh,
bracket of a major, mainstream.
Didn't we not at Genesis?
That was side stream.
Oh no, me and Mikey did. Top 64.
Not
oh,
you,
at
Ludwig.
the big house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, not you. Someone
It was
else.
supposed to be a recording setup though. So
No,
yeah.
that wasn't mainstream. That was side stream.
Yeah.
I'm saying mainstream.
Mainstream, absolutely not. It's not. That's not me.
He's a pool streamer. What do you mean? Or-
You gotta go 2 and 2 for that.
yeah.
God, yeah, but okay. What I wanted to say was that on a lot of levels, I agree. Like,
I agree with it too.
I agree with that. You shouldn't care about things outside of the game more than just fucking the game, right? Like, I think it's so valuable to love this experience so much that you just want to do other stuff also. But if you're like, I'm just a fucking commentator, or I'm like just a TO, and like I never went through the journey of like being a Melee player and trying to be good and grinding and like whatever that means. If you never experienced that, it's hard for me to see you as like a peer in the scene, and that might be fucked up, right? But I don't. It's just how I feel.
Yeah, and I feel like I also had that journey. I just had one extra frame to buffer all of my moves while I did it.
Your journey was a little easier to execute.
Yeah, my journey had a 2-frame shine, so it was actually so much easier to act out of.
But like when I went to a Balk with Mike, I think it was one of the last ones, and you like beat this Marth, and you're like, yeah, fucking another day at the office, and then you lost another player, and you're like, yeah, fuck, that's and you're like pissed. I'm like, that's that real shit. And when you're just trying to do stuff that doesn't involve that.
Yeah,
you never have.
Yeah, when you're the guy that shows up with your homies to the local, go 0-2, get a 40, and then ask to go on commentary, beat it. Like I agree with that. That guy needs to fucking beat it.
Yeah,
well, not off the mic. You can come to the tournament.
I don't know about that because I think it's like the intent and like why you want to do it too. That matters way more than just like the 0-2 guy who maybe just isn't that good. But like also likes the game a lot and also wants to talk about it.
Is Heisenberg not genuine? No, I think he's as genuine as it gets. Even though he'll go 0-2 and then he'll dab for 40 minutes into the next dimension.
He has more dab minutes than pools minutes for sure.
And he has a lot of pools.
Yeah, the Smash GG timer is just a dab rig.
I just think that now currently it's the new wave of like commentators who are just commentators, and that's a little weird. That's the thing that makes me more uncomfortable.
To start as a commentator?
Yeah. And I think because it's like people, like for Jack, for instance, he's like trying to be a league commentator. He's going through like this competition or whatever, and that's more acceptable because it's like, it's not DIY. League is not DIY.
Yeah. Jack also plays a lot of League.
Yeah,
That's
we were
true. Like
me and Zeke were talking about this with our roommate because our roommate is kind of detached from all esports and stuff, and we were saying, it's like relatively unique in the fighting game community because like most other esports, they only interact with pros as far as competing. Like it's very rare that they play people under them.
Yeah.
And,
right.
And so like it's like we're in a really unique situation.
It's like a big deal if your tier 4 Dota team gets a shot at a tier 2 team.
Yeah.
That's a big deal for you guys to prove yourself, but that's like every day at a goddamn.
Yeah, and that's
in Melee.
Yeah, and that's why Mango has to get up at 8 a.m. to play pools like everybody else.
Yeah, which I always think is very cool.
Which also gives Atomisk the chance of beating him.
Yeah, and I like that. And I also like, you get in line like everybody else,
Yeah.
Well, no, almost never.
Well,
to be clear. I mean, you made certain people.
Look, I'm just saying, if you're trying to pull rank and there's a line and a bag check, you go to the back of the line.
Yeah, bag check. You got to do the bag check.
And you didn't show up. Your commentator block got messed up.
The bag check was good.
What for?
The roast where you're like, get in the back.
Anyway, I'm going to bring up a different point about commentaries. Toph quote tweeted something. So this is Toph, someone else. And Toph said, for commentary, it's like when you main a character, like it doesn't matter if necessarily you're a super good player, but usually when you main a character, you have more knowledge. Like, for example, me, I think I commentate Puff better than a lot of people who are better at me than in Melee.
Yeah.
Because I just understand more about the character.
Hard same.
And I think the same goes for Fox players or whatever character you've made.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah, when I commentate Falco Peach, I think that's like the most smart I am on a mic.
Yeah, and Leffen has said, and this is part of the tweet chain as well, that people don't commentate floaty matchups well because they don't understand it. Because most people play Fox or Falcon or Falco. They're like 70% of the player base.
Yeah.
That's why when Starman shows up and picks Ness, I'm just like, thank fucking Christ.
I got something to talk about.
I'm about to knock this out of the park.
I can only imagine what it's like in PM because it's like, oh yeah, Ivysaur, shit, that looks hard.
Yeah, that's why Ultimate commentary must be weird, right?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Right.
It's so that's why it's so daunting.
68 characters.
Yeah,
I think that's also why it's so like not hollow, but like waxy is a word you once used.
Yeah.
Sidecast. It's like I think Vicky Kitty is like a great esports commentator, but like the way she like speaks, and she's Smash 4 commentator, is very like it's so esports, and I can only imagine that's because she doesn't want to sit down and learn fucking 40 facts about about Melee fit training.
So instead, you just use Slobber Knocker or whatever the fuck other. Just
well, that's a lazy commentator. I don't think Vicky is lazy.
But I'm just saying, like, there's like
saying.
You just have like a box of words that you can plug into any character in any matchup. You don't have to like You know, other than like very obvious things about a character, you don't have to know all that stuff. And it's like the people who do, God bless you.
God bless them. Like Wobbles. Like everyone clamors for Wobbles commentary because he'll just tell you about Mario for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
There's also like, I think in everything, stereotypes about character commentary. It's like the same in football. Like if you have the wide receiver, it's like, oh, he's a scrappy gym rat.
The gym rat. Yeah. That's from the league.
That's the thing. It's like the same thing with like, Foxman is like whatever. He's like super technical, great punish game.
Yeah, great punish, super technical. This guy's fast.
Yeah, he's quick. He's moving and grooving.
Oh boy, yeah,
moving and grooving.
So that's like, it's just like there's stereotypes that you go to because, well, they fit a lot of people and it's easier to do that.
It's like, I don't know.
If you don't know the matchup.
I think about it a fucking lot. Like, I don't think people know what they want, as I've said before, but I also think there's a very wrong way to do things. And,
yeah. I'm very proud of my commentary for Atomisk versus Mango.
Is it great?
Yeah. I dropped so much knowledge. In the last stock, Atomisk missed auto cancel. I was saying it. He's fishing for an auto cancel nair grab, like rest situation. And he got the nair, but he didn't auto cancel because he did it like in the platform raised on Fountain of Dreams. And then he missed the L cancel because of it. Called it all out. Felt like a genius.
That's a good feeling.
Peak of commentary. Pools, baby.
And it makes me feel guilty that like when we do like meme-ass commentary and...
It's Pools,
There's
dude.
a market. There's a market for everything.
I don't like
Pools,
that.
I don't give a fuck
I don't
about.
like that excuse either, though.
It's not an excuse. It's just like there's a difference
'Cause
between
that goes
Mango
back to,
Atomisk
like,
game 3 and then like another day where it's Mango Atomisk and it's double 3 stock.
But at the end of the day, it's like Atomisk is just like a mid-level puff.
I feel like it's okay for Pools.
Atomisk isn't a good example
because
either.
a Pools
He's actually
level
really good.
player has all the resources available that can make them bring them in the next level, and they shouldn't be counting on commentary for that, I don't think. Because you can just link set analysis to someone who will look at it and can slow it down and all that. I don't think commentary should ever be used as a tool for understanding.
And I don't think that's a commentator's job is to give the players a tool to grow. I don't think that's
commentators aren't. They're not coaches.
I agree, but you shouldn't just be like, I don't give a fuck about Pools commentary.
No, I'm just
Like anything goes in Pools commentary is kind of like...
It is less important, though. You
It's
can
the
admit
Wild
that.
West.
It's not as important as bracket.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see what you're saying, though. It's not about being disrespectful at the very least. It's like, you give it the time. But that's why I've really pulled back on like just going on diatribes about like beans, for instance, because it's not...
That was good.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I like that. But like...
And you know what that was? That was Westball's lucky like losers finals.
Yeah, fuck them.
Which is so good.
Fuck the viewers at home, not fuck the players.
I love the context of that.
But yeah, I think that, I don't know. I just wanted to talk about that because some people do want to commentate because they just suck at life and they think it'll make them cool. And cool people will think they're cool. And this is a way to do that is perceived as easier than getting good at the game. And for one, the Melee scene, I don't think is worth selling out like that.
Like, I know,
because
like,
what's your
cloud
return?
chasing is like such a dumb meme, but I think people found that you could tap in and be like popular within the Melee spectrum.
Right.
And I think like, dude, there's so many other things that you could be cooler with, like
so many, dude.
Like writing or music or
like any hobby.
Like you have better hobbies.
Track
that are
and
probably
field is cooler.
Yeah.
Like
just ran a mile today.
Yeah, that's so hype.
Being able to run a mile in like 450 is like way sicker than anything you're gonna do in Melee.
And what else I've been thinking about a lot too is that making a broadcast, because it's my job, and like understanding what is just better to go on screen sometimes is more important than fucking, I don't know, having the guy that knows all about Yoshi's hitbox or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's like an internal struggle I have to wrestle with, but we get there.
Get a guy who does both.
Hopefully, yeah.
Dying lads.
I think I got the black lung.
The black
I
lung
fucking
pop.
love that movie.
But so, yeah, the roast, the tournament itself, again, like I said, I did not want to fucking stream run ever again in my life.
Dude, you did so good.
It doesn't matter that I did good.
Me, you, and Nixon.
Nixon was a godsend. If he wasn't there, it's really fucked. I wasn't putting people on deck, so I had to go get them while it was like last 2 stocks of Game 5, and I was like, I'm going to kill myself. Oh, no. I had to fish them from the fucking... The
rafters?
VIP rafters, which was all the way across the venue. We didn't have a staging area for top players, which is an oversight on our part.
Yeah, the
Fuck,
couch.
man, I was so stressed. Yeah, Westfall was like big chilling on that couch.
Yeah,
Chilled on there
you were
for so
sleep,
long.
dude. Yeah.
Dude, it's really weird.
Can
It was
we
cool,
talk
though. It was
about?
really
I mean,
nice
I
of
feel
him
like
to do.
bracket ran really well. I actually did really well too.
Oh, okay.
I beat what's his name?
Did you make it
Jesus,
out polls?
Bird Jesus. No, I lost.
You
to-
beat Bird Jesus?
Yeah,
The Peach?
yeah.
Oh, you
That's
mean a
like-
matchup you win?
No, the first game. The first game was on FD, and I got 2 stocked. And it was
You
over in
lost
3
to
minutes.
Oh, so
Peach
you-
on
Casey's
FD.
good. I'm actually impressed.
And then I timed him out game 2. I played really well.
okay,
Oh.
I had to.
To
I
Bird
had
Jesus.
to.
Impressive, man. No,
That
continue.
guy
Keep going,
like
man.
came out of retirement to come to this tournament,
And then,
you did that
yeah,
to
fuck him. Game 3, this is losers, by the way. Looking at you, Bird Jesus. Game 3, I'm playing phenomenally. I'm just playing the matchup, right? Waiting for him to pull.
I am less impressed the more you speak.
Yeah.
Game 3 is on FOD. I'm up 4 stocks to 2. He pulls a stitch, kills me. 3 stocks to 2. Okay, but now
You're still up.
it's 2 stocks to 1. I'm still up. He pulls another stitch,
Kills you with it?
kills me.
Oh, maybe you should power shield.
Last stock, we clutch it out. I lost to 4.
He's good.
Really good. And Azel.
Azel's
good, too.
really good.
That's who I lost to.
Those are good losses.
A fucking professional gamer,
The
dude.
polls were fucked. I liked how hard the polls were because it really showed like in top 32 like how
Who? Yeah.
Yeah, that Spaceys prevail.
Who's the real like legend
I'm
that can
so
make
glad it was a Spaceys tournament, to be perfectly honest. Like if you look at the top 8, it's 2 Marth, Spaceys, and Johnny.
Yeah, it's because you fucked the floaties. You fucked
Yep.
Prince Abboud.
Are we really going to get into this?
Yeah, tell us why you fucked Prince
We
Abboud.
might as well. Yeah.
Jesus.
Might as well.
Uh-huh.
So what happened?
Sound off, King.
Prince Abboud lied in a tweet about me, and that's what happened. See you later, folks.
Prince Abboud tweeted out. I was.
Abadi, that's
This
all,
is,
folks.
he tweeted out. I was forced to play bracket match during the roast, and I said it'd be too loud, and the TO said no, it'd be fine. Then we played, and it was too fucking loud. This tournament sucks. Something like that. What was all that about?
Where's the lie?
Where's the lie?
All of it. So
Because I don't know. I was up front the whole time, pulling the gray pubes out of my beard.
Let's reel it back
You
first
ever pull
off.
pubes out? It's kind of
I think in a situation
Yeah.
where a top player tries to, if you're a TO watching, and a top player tries to threaten you with a tweet, just let him do it.
Can you actually give the substance of what happened?
Yeah. So roast is about to start. It's about, I'd say maybe like 15 minutes out, and like we start like turning off TVs and stuff like that. Anthony had told me already that he didn't want like a lot of the TVs on like cut friendlies, just like so like there isn't a bunch of background noise and like clicking.
Yeah,
during
we
the roast.
wanted people to watch, basically.
Yeah,
so.
to get people's attention. So
I
was
think
like,
they were all off. I don't think anyone was playing friendlies when I was up there.
Yeah,
we
turned them all
turned
off.
Okay.
them all off.
Yeah.
So
Which I also cleared with SoCal Melee beforehand. I made a post.
Yeah,
that
that
oh,
said-
you did say that.
And so I had everyone primed. I said, you can turn them back on afterwards. You
I
grind
kiss
the
you
night
all.
away. Yeah, I kiss you. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't want anyone to be like, fuck this. And so I
Yeah.
think it went well.
So there was about 3 matches left of top 32 going into top 8, or like 3 sets, whatever. So I was like, I asked all the players, could you go upstairs while the roast is, and like we could like close it off so you guys aren't distracted and all that. I say this to Prince Abboud, who's like kind of freaking out at this point because he notices all the TVs are off and they're about to start the roast. And like I know we're about like 15 minutes out, so I'm like trying to convince him like, dude, we could put you upstairs, like there's gonna be no noise, we'll close the windows, like whatever we need to do to like help you. And at this point I'm being very cordial, like very nice to him, all that stuff. He's still making a big deal about it, and he's like, no, I don't want to go upstairs, I want to like just play here. Why can't I just play here? I'm like, you can just play here, but like I would rather you go outside or upstairs rather, if you're going to be distracted by the roast. And he's like, well, why can't you just like stop it? And I was like, I can't. I'm not BTS. I'm just a man.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't stop everything.
Well, it's also like it's also the idea of the entire schedule being held up because of one match that could be played in a better spot.
He was literally the last match because I
Okay.
think like all the other ones. Had,
This
like,
was 4
just
top
finished.
8?
This is his match was a match before 4 top 8.
Okay, so you need to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or else
He
you're
needed to
2
do it.
behind for top 8.
He at least needed to do this match at the very least.
Yeah.
And then we could have like swung like
Maybe during a break or something.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I'm like, Esteban was here. Like, what's funny is he still made the tweet with like eyewitnesses, Mike being one of them.
Hey, what's
for
up?
part 2.
Hey guys, it's Gunthers. I saw it all.
Yeah. So like, I'm just trying to convince him, like, because we're losing time and the roast is like literally about to start, which obviously he doesn't want to play it like during it. And I'm like, dude, just like play. Like I don't care. And I like walk away because I have to like get everything started. I have to like do the stream queue. So after the roast, everything just like shifts.
So you
like,
threatened
perfectly.
him and yelled at him and walked away.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I threatened him with a knife, actually.
You play that match, sir.
No, I said, so I'm like, just play. And I guess he stalls more or whatever he needs to do and then eventually play Smash Daddy. And it wasn't the roast, but you guys played a trailer that had music in it.
Yeah, it was probably the Mango trailer.
The Mango trailer, yeah. So he loses game 1, blames it on the music that was playing because he said it was just blaring loud and he couldn't concentrate. Starts like yelling and complaining at me, like, why'd you make me play down here? I was like, dude, I was literally trying to convince you to go upstairs because of this reason. And then he's like, I'm not going to play anymore. Like, this is like totally messed up, whatever. Starts complaining. He goes upstairs.
This is where I take over because I'm upstairs. And so
You say, hello, I'm Smash Daddy.
hey, it's me, Smash Daddy. No, so he goes upstairs and he's like walking up to people, like singling people out, and is like, "Did you hear what happened?" Like it was like there were rumblings, like the streets were talking,
like 9/11.
yeah, exactly. He's like, "Did you hear?"
Just turn on at the TV, any channel.
No.
Yeah, any channel. The internet's not working. No, and so he's like, "Did you hear what happened?" And he's like, keeps just repeating the same thing, just like, "Oh, he made me play my match. He made me play my match down there, and it's too loud, and I can't concentrate. Whatever." And he's like, it would be fair if we restarted up here, and like it was just 0-0, right? And he's like, that's what he's telling everyone. Like, it'd be fair if we restarted our setup here, right? And people are like, I don't know if they're friends with him or not, but they're just like, yeah, sure. What? Like everyone up there's like drinking or playing Smash already, so it's not like it's.
Yeah.
No one's prioritizing
like, I don't
his
know,
story.
dude. Right.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, sure. If that's
And his story's not NPR.
yeah, no,
worthy.
in his story, and his story is all his side. So it's also him being like, the TO held a switchblade to my neck and told me that I had to play down here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Which is also not the greatest play to do in SoCal because like Dawson's been TOing for a long, long time, and everyone like respects him pretty well as far as like his decisions and stuff during tournaments.
Yeah.
And so it's like you say that to like, I don't know.
It's also like if you just like go, I had people complain to me about me sending them upstairs actually because they just didn't want to go upstairs. I was like, and I asked them all nicely, and like I know Army was kind of like, yeah, the vibe up there kind of sucked. I think Joey didn't like it either.
yeah,
Joey specifically asked like, I'll go up there, but I need to bring like one of these chairs like upstairs because like it just sucks. Like
because the
chairs
couch.
Oh, he played
yeah,
Toph up
it's-
there, right?
no.
Oh.
Yeah, it is.
Someone
It
else.
He
definitely.
played Army up there.
Okay.
It definitely is a more homey vibe up there.
He
It's
two
not-
Did he beat Army? He 2-0'd him, right? Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
he TO'd Army. Which is why again it was kind of weird that
Impressive.
he was like, yeah, so it's like from Abou's like story, it's like I forced him to play downstairs when you told me not to put anyone downstairs, and I forced everyone else upstairs. Like,
yeah.
That's because you're bullying him.
yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. So I finally go upstairs because like I guess Smash Daddy's like he's not playing me, and I'm like, okay, well, what the fuck? And I'm like, why aren't you playing your match? And he's like, I'm not gonna play. Like, it's not fair. I don't want to play. Like. What you did was messed up. I was like, I asked you to come up here in the first place. You didn't want to listen. And he's like, but you have the final say. You're the TO. You can make me do whatever you want. He was pretty much like putting the onus on me to actually force him to go upstairs.
Pick him up by his seat, like a what was it, like a Jewish wedding?
Yeah.
When they do that?
the
And
bar
just-
mitzvah.
Yeah, or a bar mitzvah. Yeah,
or
and
a bat mitzvah.
bat mitzvah, and take him up the stairs, sit him down, and go, now play.
Yeah, and he was like,
Give him an envelope.
he was like, why'd you start it? And I was like, no, I'm not BTS. It's their thing. Like, I'm not going to stop the whole tournament for your match. You know, like I couldn't do that if I tried. 2, that's just like silly. And then it was just like back and forth about him telling me it's not fair. And he eventually was like, okay, so I don't want to play down a game, so I'm just going to DQ myself and tweet about it. I was like, okay, cool, I'll DQ you. And then it immediately walked it, like his eyes like kind of lit up and he's like, I don't want to DQ myself.
What?
Yeah. And then, so I was like,
So
look,
he threatened.
he threatened to
The
tweet.
tweet.
Yeah.
If you break up with me,
He told you he's
fucking
gonna
kill
tweet?
myself.
He's gonna. He threatened.
he says like, I'll just tweet it out. He literally threatened me with a tweet. And when I said, go
if you
ahead.
continue this fucking story, I'm gonna tweet the shit out.
Yeah.
Tweet the shit out.
And that's when the tweet came out after he played Smash Daddy, I'm
Okay.
assuming. Because I was like, go ahead, do it. Like, I've had so many, like I've had Johnny, Joey, like Hugo all tweet me out. It's like,
Subtweet you?
Yeah, and they actually the TO of said tournament and all that stuff, and they know who I am, and the people in SoCal know who I am, so it's like not that big of a deal.
And what was that?
Johnny would say something like, "Shit, tournament ended at fucking."
It ended at 1 in the morning.
1 in the morning, and
it's
like,
a weekly with X amount of people. I remember that. I try to stick up for him.
You cop that, you take that, and that's just how it goes. And it's like to threaten that's pretty,
a tweet, and
rough.
like the problem that I had with it was that I know from the tone of his voice when he said it to me, it's like that shit has worked on other TOs.
Yeah.
I know for a fact he's like done the same thing and got him what he wanted.
That's nuts.
That shit plays Midwest.
Oh, for sure, that plays Midwest. Like unless you're like literally juggle guy, I'm sure it works on every other Midwest TO. And
you probably don't fuck a juggle guy.
Yeah, because everyone's scared of him.
Okay, so what was the conclusion? What's the resolution here? Does he beat Smash Daddy?
I just tell him like, go tweet.
And he plays Smash Daddy?
And I was like, go tweet and play, because he was like, I'll play and I'll tweet. Okay. And I was like, okay, I don't care.
So he's playing with one hand, he's tweeting with the other, right? Fuck Dawson, right? Gets arrested.
So like I go downstairs again because like I don't know why I'm investing so much time on this one person who like only cares about themselves and not the whole tournament. And like I'm trying to coordinate things with him, make sure the stream queue's in line. We asked Griffin about like double check. Thank you, face roll.
Yeah, thank you.
And then I just like I go back up there and I notice Smash Daddy's like playing West and gets up, and then I ask West for the score, assuming that Smash Daddy had beaten Prince Abboud or whatever, or that he DQ'd himself, whatever his whole ordeal was, because he didn't report the match to me. He went to go complain to other people. So I was just like, okay, I guess Smash Daddy won and played West. And I asked Wes, like, oh, did you win? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, score? And he was like, 2-0 or whatever. And it's just like Wes kind of making an offhanded joke. Like, in hindsight, like, he was obviously just like trolling me like he does. Go back down, report the match. After the whole roast is over, like an hour later, he like I have Jake Chroma like come up and like tell me like I reported the match wrong and everything, and that Boo beat Smash Daddy, and like now he has to play West, and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, of course you waited till the whole roast to like bring up this specific problem.
God.
And then I tell Anthony, I'm like, hey,
so that was what the stall was for.
That's why I was telling you stall, because Abboud needed to play West balls for, which like,
no, that's right. And then they played. Yeah, I remember. Okay.
That's
and then
he was
being so salty.
Fucked you. West balls like
it wasn't. No, it wasn't Wes's fault.
I know.
I should have like
joke,
but it was like
shit.
he was like, yeah, dude, I totally beat him. Because it was like whatever. Like,
to him, he doesn't.
Like,
he doesn't.
To him, it's just like, what are you talking about?
He doesn't have the context of the situation. Yeah.
Oh, it's
fuck.
Funny.
I see. Okay, so I didn't know all like the whole. I just heard that like Prince Abboud's pissed and this and that, and I'm like, cool. Okay, I hope the roast goes well. Like I was very in my zone, and then like the idea of like pulling out the phone and being like, I'll do it. That's like, oh man,
like fucking JFK with the nuke.
Yeah,
it's
like
the same
Khrushchev, just like
they're equal.
Come on.
The funniest thing about it is he doesn't have my name, my at, or like anything. Like, so it was just like the nameless TO of the roast said some mean things about to me and forced me to sit down and play.
I remember I saw that and I was like, it pissed me off because part of the event was to pay respect to Melee itself as well.
Yeah.
To like not like have the roast be like this really super important thing. I wanted it to be a tournament too. I wanted the competition to be well. I wanted it to be ran well, which it was. And it was like I feel like he was trying to insinuate with his tweets that like, oh yeah, they were just trying to fucking do it for the Vine and they didn't really care about Melee, which is like, you know, if he thought that, then he's got. I think he's got it pretty messed up.
From my perspective, it's like he clearly didn't care about like anything else but him.
Right.
Which like to me is just like that kind of feeling makes me never want to TO or like run events anymore, because it's like that dude is making it about like as like the 300 other people that are having a good time watching the roast, playing in tournament, just playing friendlies and stuff. Like everyone else is having a good time, and like the way you have a good time is threatening TOs with tweets.
I also like, shudder to think what if it was like a bigger player, right? Like people hold on to players' words like fucking gospel, and it gives them so much fucking power, and it's really rough.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what would you expect if a prince came down to your tournament?
Well, so I'll give some context. I mean, like, because I'm on good terms with Prince Abboud, not like
you
Dawson.
did have a Twitter photo together.
He's a mod on my channel, actually.
Ooh, it's a bad line. Oh, he's here.
FOS.
Probably banning everyone right now. At Sad Contest, no longer allowed to type in this channel.
I'm a lot too.
Yeah, and so, and I was talking to him at the roast and stuff. This was like his first tournament back from taking a hiatus for med school.
Right.
So, outside of being a prince, he's a doctor, of course.
Okay.
And
a lot of things going for him.
And so, I mean, I guess it's from his perspective, it's like everybody else got the normal experience, and I have to get the weird one. You know what I mean? That's probably it.
But my whole thing is like, what's funny too is later I found out he had noise canceling headphones that he just didn't think to plug in, and he blamed that on me too. He was
Why?
like,
What?
You told me to play. And I was like, yeah, you had an hour to play your 2 matches. Essentially, you just refused to. Like he apparently had some Sennheisers in his backpack that he would plug into TVs. That
I think it's just the different experience aspect where everyone else played downstairs with like the normal tournament noise, and it's like, well, I have to play in this weird environment where 200 people are watching. Ludwig would be fucking hilarious, or go upstairs in its weird room. So I think that's probably it. But I don't. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to fucking defend the.
I think there's a point to be like,
Finger on the trigger.
This sucks. I don't want to play in a different environment.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, I feel like as a competitor, you make it work the best you can, and you don't do that by threatening to tweet.
Mm-hmm.
You also don't lie in the tweet and saying like I forced him, because like I offered a better experience.
Sure.
With other people at that time, like playing their matches upstairs, like just so there is actual tourney matches happening next to you.
You guys know this isn't the first bad Melee member to have beef with Prince Abboud.
Wait, what?
Melee Don B.
What?
Oh no!
Has beef with the Prince.
What happened?
What's Miles done?
I was streaming, as
no.
I do.
Okay.
Prince Abboud's in chat, and I'm on a Discord call. Modded out his mind.
Okay.
Oh, with a sword in hand.
And I'm on a Discord call with Miles Sora, and I'm with Nick. We're playing Mario Party together. 18 ping. Still won. And Prince is in there, and I'm like, yo, what's up, Prince? And Miles told me I didn't have to mute like when I talk to people in my chat, so I was like, fine, I won't. So I was like, what's up, Prince? I'm talking to him and shit. And then Miles brings up a story. He's like, hey, Prince, remember when you big dogged me off a setup with Armada?
Ooh.
Apparently, Miles was at a setup, just warming up, I think, by himself. And then Prince Abboud comes up to the setup with Armada, and he says, hey, can we use a setup? Or like, basically like, hey, I want to play Armada in the setup. And then Miles was like there, and like Miles wanted to play 2, like on the setup with Armada because Miles knows Armada from BAM. And then Prince Abboud said, I'll money match you for this setup to play with him.
To play against Armada.
Yeah.
Armada's just standing there like the prettiest girl at the ball.
I know. Jesus. How nice. He's like, his little like pink lines.
It's all over me? Like a Southern Belle.
And they money match, and I think Prince won. I think 2-1 or something. But either way, then Miles, I think, got off it. But he brought up that story, and then Prince would say things like, I don't think that happened. And then Miles would be like, yeah, it definitely happened. And then Sword would like chime in like, this guy fucking saying it didn't happen. They're just like fucking roasting him like every comment.
Oh man.
Prince would be like, yeah, I don't think that's like the correct way. Like maybe like I asked you. He's like, nah, pretty much asked me to do that direct. And be like, guys fucking saying he didn't do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when you have 2 sick cunts in the chat, it just doesn't end up that well.
And in this situation, I'm the fucking like, oh yeah.
Yeah, it's always weird when you have friends that beef and you're not a part of it, and you're like the link between them.
Yeah.
Well, usually like people
Like,
just beef
ugh.
and they're chatting each other. Like I've had that a couple times where it's like they're fucking 12
Going
messages
at it.
deep into abortion, and I'm like, ban both.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I'm literally mashing a button.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? But in that situation, it's like, I just had to fucking
That's so interesting.
So 2 bad Melee members. You're next.
Wow, God, I hope not. I hope everything goes well.
Beyond the summit.
Prince Abboud, I hope you get into Summit and it goes swimmingly for you. Holy shit. I just want everything to be okay.
I tried to take a shit, and Anthony said, no.
And I said, no, you have to play your match.
You got an upper decker.
Yeah, we upper decker in this house. And he said, no, I don't like it.
So I shit on my controller. It's his fault. I shit on my controller. Shit on my controller
It's
now.
all over it. Jesus.
I will promise your tournament experience will be stellar.
Interesting. It's
If you
a
make it.
cool story, though.
Who's
Like,
TOing that, by the way?
Oh, no.
oh, no. Is it you?
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Welcome to hell.
Oh, God.
Oh, Oh, God.
Before every set, he's gonna be like, "Do you have your noise canceling headphones?
Yeah.
Someone just flushed a toilet. Is that okay? Is that okay?"
Guys, relax. That's implying he's gonna get voted in. Anyways,
He is a puff. There's people, they voted Toussaint in.
I want Toussaint back, dude. I saw him do this fucking rest today. There's a video on his Twitter.
Yeah, the downer ledge cancel
drill rest. I mean, it's absolutely dog shit in terms of optimability. Optimus
it's
Prime.
like the most niche situation.
Like the Falco could have just DI'd left, but it was still so fucking hype.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't threaten him with tweets if you're a top player, because say there's like a power dynamic there, right? And it just so happened that like I didn't care that.
Well,
time.
yeah, you don't care, right? Like
Yeah.
you're not trying to.
I don't get out of bed unless you got 40K. then I'm gonna start to sweat.
You don't. What I'm saying is like you're not trying to advance in any sort. You're just trying to do the best job you can. And if someone's like making that harder, it's like, dog.
Yeah, like that tournament, honestly, like for me at least, was like kind of hard mode because I had to run a bracket, and for like all intents and purposes, I thought hard start at 7. Like that was the whole thing. Like throughout the whole tournament is like 7 o'clock, the roast needs to be on, and all the matches need to be done.
Yeah, and then with that hard start in mind, we end up starting almost half hour late, which is like,
yeah.
It's like shit. Like we got there, but at what cost?
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Yeah. That's how it goes, though, with tournaments, right?
Yeah, I feel like we hit a stride for like around 4 o'clock going into 6, and we had like time.
Doubles was a mistake.
Oh, I started commentating.
But
crazy. That's how that works.
Doubles was a fucking mistake.
He just blessed it.
Yeah.
Doubles didn't affect singles bracket really.
It fucked me over, dude. Because you started it too goddamn early, and Army and Noah got
This
DQ'd.
is what the
too,
fuck I'm
too
talking
early.
about.
Guess what?
This is
It
what
needs
I'm
to be
It was
earlier.
bullshit. Okay, because
needed
me
to be
and Toph
earlier.
had matching outfits, our IQ shirts, and then whose social media?
You convinced our social media person to tweet you and Toph out?
No, we didn't convince. She literally took a picture and she said, "What's the outfits?" And it's like I was just like, "It's IQ, Team IQ." She's like, "IQ, anything more?" And I was like, "Nope, just IQ."
No.
And then she comes up to me and she's like, "Do you have a funny caption for this? Ludwig's your friend." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I got one."
You wrote 1 and 2. You threw it into the universe, Nostradamus.
And then you went 1 and 2.
Yes, because you fucked us.
Boom.
How did I fuck you?
Because you started it too early, and Noah and
God,
Army.
shut up. Starting it early was the problem.
Yeah.
Or it's not starting
I'm
early
just
enough was
saying
the problem.
they got banned, or they got DQ'd into
Jesus.
losers, and then we lost 2-1.
That was heartbreaking. I had to tell Noah, like, I'm so sorry.
Did you watch me play that, by the way?
They showed up 40 minutes late, but I was like still so like sorry.
It sucks to
sucks.
DQ the man.
I also experienced a hard TO pain because Dunk was teaming with Red Rover, I think his name is.
Yeah.
And I told Nixon, I said, like, Dunk's not here. I was like, you got to DQ him. We got to get this moving. We're not looking good on doubles.
Yeah.
And then Nixon comes back and he's like, she asked if she can play with the CPU. I'm like, yeah, sure, fine, go ahead.
Yeah.
And he goes back and I believe tells her, and then she just waits for Dunk anyway.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, you didn't. How dare you?
I know people who do that.
it's
People
like-
who stall while playing with because that's a
like
that's
just-
a day one.
Just yeah. See, I didn't know.
Yeah,
I should have
it's
just
like-
said DQ.
Yeah.
That's
I'll
the first
I'll-
boozle.
Yeah.
I'll use a level 9 Ganon, and then they use it, and then they kind of like stall for a bit, and then they're like, "Oh, my teammate's here, game 2. What do you know?"
That's not
the classic.
good. Now I know.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
now
yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
You're
And
not
it-
getting past this
and
again.
it's like, you know what? I would have done the same thing, but now I'm the parent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
The
Yeah,
suit
and
and
I
ties
was
on
messaging
this
you.
time.
I was messaging you because you were like,
yeah,
"Are you
you're
here?"
trying to, yeah. And I'm
I was
like,
20 minutes late. You're like, "You're gonna get DQ'd." Didn't get DQ'd. Didn't even miss the first match.
well, that was up to whatever your bracket captain was, but
Toph
60 teams was too much.
Toph came early. That's the only reason why.
Oh yeah, Toph was there. I messaged Toph at 10:30, and I was like, "Are you gonna be there
I
on
told
time?"
Toph he could play with the CPU.
Fucking Toph came in here and was like, "Where's Ludwig?" And I'm like, I don't know.
Because I messaged
The
him at
bag
10:30.
check.
I messaged
I
him at
love that.
10:30, and I said, "Are you gonna be there at 12?" He's like, "Yeah." And then I got there late. He's like, "Why the
Yeah.
fuck did you message me at 10:30, then get there late?"
Oh, you're an asshole. No.
You want to talk about the back check? You want to talk about it?
what
It was
bad
just
check?
funny.
It was just funny.
You can talk about it.
I don't know. Toph
No,
asked,
talk about it.
Toph asked if he had to go through all this stuff in the front because everyone was in line, and I said yes. You have to go through it like everyone else, and then I walked away. And
And props to him because he did go back in line.
yeah,
Toph's a good
Wait.
boy.
yeah, no,
And he double three stock
dude,
far.
here's the thing.
Double three stock far.
Toph is actually like I've gone on record saying he's my favorite commentator, but I get the feeling sometimes that like maybe not Toph in specific, but anytime someone is like to me feels like they're being too big for their britches, I turn off of that because it's like this is just such a little baby DIY community, and like you may have Twitter followers, and you may have, and I'm talking about Toph specifically, but like just like the Prince Abboud thing, right? Like pulling some sort of clout rank or clout card on someone just to make things easier or get your way. Not saying that's what Toph was doing. He just asked an honest question, and I said no. It just sucks, and I'm really adverse to that. So
You like your gray shirt society?
I do.
Just pulling rank on someone because like you like creating some weird power dynamic where you think it's like in that situation it's like Prince Abboud thought like I was like less than him and he tried to show that, and then when I was like okay, it in his mind it was like oh shit, this person doesn't care, so like my
magic is ineffective on this person, right?
Yeah, so it's like doing that to like everyone's just people, you know, like you can't just like other people or like make people feel less just because you have a number next to your Twitter, you know, like that's whack.
I think it's less, for me it's less numbers and it's more so like friendships and shit, like because I do feel like, you know, I'm not a gray shirt when I go to a Dawson tournament. I get to shit in the speakeasy bathroom.
The speakeasy bathroom.
You were the first one ever
to ever shit in there in the history of that toilet bowl.
Well, that's another thing too. Like you are my friend, and we live together and we make love together. And you sent me a message saying, "What's up, brother? How's doubles looking?" And I said, "You're probably going to be DQ'd." And that's me, like just adhering to the authority of the time. And I say we have to stay on schedule. These are the rules, and that's that.
Right then and there, I dragged my balls across your pillow, and I said, "Great, be there soon."
Pillowcases are fresh, so. We're good. We're good.
Yeah, well, your throat's not, so.
No, it's not. It's like pink eye, but it's pink balls.
Yeah. Well, not really.
Pink throat.
Nice hot pink balls.
Balls are usually pink.
Yeah.
For you. All right. I feel like we talked a lot about the tournament. Top 8 was swimming.
Yeah, it was awesome.
No one's talking about it because they're all talking about how great the roast was.
Is that why Johnny hates you?
I don't think he hates me. He just got a fuck ton of viewers and subs when he was calling me a pussy.
And
so
that's
like, why not call him a pussy?
It's like when like crows find out that they can get food from like tapping on a feeder.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm just gonna keep doing this. It keeps coming out.
Yeah.
Like when Lois keeps saying 9/11 in that episode to get elected.
Yeah. It's like
And I was like,
you are S2J's 9/11.
Nice.
I hope he never forgets. Yeah.
I think overall it was pretty, like
it was really good.
Couple snacks.
The entire tournament was fucking awesome.
I think the top 8 was actually sick just from like Santi doing well.
Yeah, Santi did well. He went Yash. Also, we'll talk about it off the sticks, but there's a bit of a controversy going on with our draft. We'll have to get into that later.
I know nothing about that. What's off the sticks?
You talked to Chillin'
about that. You mean Beyond the Sticks, by the way.
Beyond the Sticks.
Still have no idea what you're talking about.
If you actually go to my Twitter, I posted a video
and
a reply to Practical Task, and it looks like Anthony's fucking Neeper.
It does look like he's just bouncing up and down on my
your
dick.
Yeah. It's so funny. You're just bouncing on the dick. But I feel like we haven't talked about the actual roast outside of like the specifics. We haven't talked about.
I mean, everyone sort of like picked it apart and talked about all the fucking best, funniest, top funny vines, right? Like,
yeah, I mean,
here we are.
Also talked about it.
Welcome
on
to
every other stream.
Yeah, that's true.
This is where
I was on it. He was a writer in it, and he.
Well, that's
ran
why we're
it.
giving the backstory. We're giving
That's
like.
true.
Yeah.
Wait, he ran it?
I will say this.
Hold on.
You conceived it. You ran it. Well, you didn't run the roast, did you?
No,
You'd be surprised.
Shut the fuck up.
All right, Ludwig, go
Couldn't
up.
run a roast. Couldn't run a roast in your own goddamn bathroom.
Oh, you
dude.
think
I
so?
thought you were gonna say like oven or something.
Yeah, that'd make more
That
sense.
would be really funny if
Bathroom?
I said that
That'd been
instead.
better.
Yeah.
Run it back.
This is why I'm a writer. Don't worry.
Yeah, you couldn't run a roast in your.
But yeah, what was I gonna say? Is about fuck, goddamn you all.
I think
you're
it was
assholes.
cool that all the boys came together.
I hugged
and
so
have their
many
own-
people. That's why I'm sick. Is because I hugged so many people.
Their own
I did
point.
too. I fucking at the end of it, it was like when you graduate from high school and you're just like, fuck, man.
Yeah, dude, I haven't seen so many people in so long, and I got to just.
It felt like a real SoCal homie tournament. Like,
yes, and that
with like a cool production, and I'm so glad actually that like. I think it's everyone's like kind of feared going into it that like the roast would just either bomb or that people
It went so
wouldn't
well,
be
dude.
into
It
it.
went so well.
That
Like,
was it's such
People
a-
being stoked into it was so sick.
The fact that every single person who roasted had a joke that hit really hard too.
Yeah, there was no long periods where it was like really, really unfortunate. Fuck, you guys keep making me forget. I have a condition in my brain.
Yeah, speaking
Fucking
of
small
the
brain.
Spider Keats.
but speaking of the roast, like, you know, being worried about the roast, that was something that I was like thinking about a lot when the writing was happening. Was just that, like, I heard so many people just be like, oh yeah, it's probably gonna be like cringe or whatever, and then that was like me like, oh okay, it's gonna be cringe.
Yeah.
Oh, the roast. The roast's gonna suck.
Let me whip out a couple bangers real quick.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's what you think. Okay, go ahead, sit tight with your little ass.
So my experience is I didn't really prepare well for the roast.
Yeah, that kind of, I'm not going to lie, that kind of upset me because I made everyone do all the preparation that was necessary and I didn't harp on you, or I didn't get on your ass about it because I'm like, it's Ludwig and I trust him and I know. But then you were like messaging me jokes that night before, like, okay, is this one funny? Is this one funny? Then you're like telling me Ben's joke drafts, which are really great.
Ben's jokes, Kashan Khan, more like Honey Flan. He was pushing that one so hard.
No, I was in the upstairs area. Ben shows up. He's hitting the pen, and he's like, he said, he's like, hey, Lud, tell you my joke.
Yeah. What? Yeah, I wish you had prepared more, but it didn't matter because ultimately it came out really great.
No, I did prepare pretty well. Like, I wrote the jokes. I didn't finalize the script until the day of.
That's okay.
Yeah,
That's
and
when I
you
printed
were
it out.
really eager.
Day of at 4, yeah. Well, I stress about these things and I try to focus really hard, and I memorized most of it. But I printed the script, like the final script that had all my talking points day of. I bought my outfit day of, and then I got back, and all I was doing, I was running the jokes that I wasn't sure about by people.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as soon as I locked eyes with Ludwig at the venue, he was like, "Do you want to hear my set?" And then he like pulls me in a corner and is starting to tell me, I'm
You're
like,
the one that fucked me up, though.
"What do you mean?"
What'd you do?
Because this is how it went for most people. Like, I ran my set by like 4 or 5 people, and I actually made the Hungry Box joke with Nick when I ran my set by him. But me and Nick were like kind of shopping it together, and that's when it happened. But everyone else I was running it with, they would like let me do the whole thing, and they were like laughing at it. And I was like, fuck yeah. And then I ran it by Gunth, and I start with my first joke, and then he cuts me off, and he's like, yeah, it might not hit.
Because this is what happened. So it starts off. First of all, Ludwig's doing this weird announcer voice, and his like voice is raised, and that was the first thing I was like, "Are you gonna deliver him like that?" Because
you were already FOS mode. Like,
well, no, it was because I want Lud to have the best set. That's my friend.
And I did
exactly. Look, you got it takes pressure to make a diamond, guys, and I had to do it. So every time there was a joke, like every time there was something,
every single joke, he'd be like,
everything. I thought I could. I thought I'd give as much help as I could to him, and every time he said something, I'd either say that one's really funny, or it'd be a joke that I was already in the document, and I'd be like, that's a good one. I'm glad you have that one. It's a good one. And then there was a couple, like the one about Indian life expectancy. I was just like, I tried
to veto that one.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, Ludwig, you're not saying a joke. You're just stating a fact. Like, it's not like there's nothing there's nothing to pop on with that, and so it was just strange. And I think what you did is because you did it it's the classic comic thing where you just like go ba 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 ba, and it's like you don't have you could say anything and it'll be funny because you cadenced it well, and I think that's why you had the best set, is because you sold all of your jokes very well and your cadence was on point, and on top of that, most of the jokes were really fucking funny.
Yeah.
So.
I like that joke.
It was funny too.
It's not a joke.
It's not a joke.
there's no setup a punch to it.
I like the joke. The punchline of that joke is a setup to another one. Indians have, on average, the shortest life expectancy. Something else. That's the punchline.
Because you guys aren't journalists. Well, mine was fucking better than Hugo's. On average,
I don't know.
Indians have 3.5-inch penises.
Tried to.
Wait. You mean? Do you think you're a real Indian? Jesus Christ! That was rough.
It wasn't. I will say, just like you said about Ludwig, Hugo's cadences were so good that I think it sold.
He was good at selling his jokes.
But the H-Box joke, you remember looking at me, right?
Yeah.
Because I actually rewatched it the other day, and you like turned to me, and I think you apologized to me.
Oh, no, I didn't apologize to you. The H-Box joke, I didn't look at you for that one. I looked at you for the hugs.
The Home Depot one?
No, I didn't look at you at all during the set. I looked at you for the one. Yeah, I'm positive.
Okay.
That was part of the thing. Like, I'm sorry, Hugo, that's so unfair.
Yeah.
I think I killed the delivery on 2 jokes, and it was both H-Box jokes. It was the successful one. I think I did really well in the delivery. and then the second one. But I didn't look at you.
So when you
I was
did
full in
when you did
character.
that HBox joke, everyone like Rob looked at me
Uh-huh.
because I've been agonizing over the cuts, over everything.
You didn't know
pretty
about that joke.
No, I didn't know about the joke, and I was like, I didn't tell him to fucking do that one. And I thought about it, and I was like, you initially come up to me with that before the show, and you're like, this is a joke, I want to do it.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no. And then I think you give me 30, 40 seconds of convincing, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it worked. Like, I was like, it was weird. I was like the, what's an analogy? I had to be convinced to have people run their jokes and their sets.
Yeah.
And some of them I would rally against. Like I was like, this is not funny. This is not good. This is why this isn't good. And they just ran it anyway. And then it would get laughs. And I'm like, well, fuck, that's how it goes sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
I'm glad I was wrong because
No,
it
exactly.
turned out
That's
it was
that was what I said after Lud set, because the 2 jokes I told him not to do, they ended up doing really well. So I was like, well, I'm glad he did them because they were funny.
Yeah. You ultimately just want the right decision to be made no matter what. And it's not
Yeah.
about like, you don't want me to do that one. It's like, well, yeah, I still would. I'd go back in time and I would still think the same thing. So
Yeah, exactly.
I just realized that sometimes if I tell you something, you're in a position where you have to have an opinion on whether I should or should not do it.
for
So-
this, yeah.
Yeah, for this. So
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want him to have this knowledge.
That was a
want him
good
to
call.
know.
That was a good call.
There was a specific joke. I don't know which one it was, but I remember it. Someone said it, and then it was really silent, and I was like, "Oh no!" So I started laughing as loud as I could, and then everyone else followed afterwards, and I was
Really?
like, "Oh, thank God!"
For who set?
I think it was either yours or someone else's. I don't think it was yours because I think
The only
it
one
was
that was slow in mine, I think, was the
black and white.
no, the black and white
bracket?
one hit. It was the textbook.
Oh, yeah. Then it wasn't your set. I just remember specifically someone had a joke.
Also the mango one.
Where
too.
everyone was like, it started people going like, oh, like it was like reeling, and I was like, well, I think it's really funny. So
You're
I'll
like,
just-
I got this.
yeah, so I just started laughing, really loud, and then people like it just kind of like it started like chaining because like I was listening to someone talk about how they were watching their friend's set at a comedy club, and they intentionally at the end of every one of his jokes went, "Aww," like just to fuck with him. And then what ended up happening was everyone in the crowd after he would do like any joke, they'd all be like, "Oh."
It's really weird.
Yeah, it's
huh?
infectious. Like you
Yeah.
can really
Yeah.
control a crowd.
The podcast I listened to, they were talking about they go up and like there's a friend that's in the audience that he'll give the pity laugh, but it's very clearly a pity laugh. So it's like, oh yeah, I got to cut that one. That wasn't good. Yeah.
That's what I said about podcasts. What was that? We listened to a podcast, and I was like, yeah, you need a guy in a podcast who just laughs a lot.
Yeah,
Does it make sense?
Cometown.
Yeah, Cometown.
I listened to an episode of Cometown
That-
on the way to Smash Camp,
Oh yeah,
and we did.
yeah. Me and
and
you.
I was like, this sucks. I don't like it.
It's my favorite podcast.
But there
One of
was,
my
I
favorites.
like it.
But there was a guy there that was just laughing at everything. I'm like,
Who's
this
it?
Stavros
this-
Stavros
Stavros.
Halkias.
I was like,
Stavros laughs at everything.
I did
it's
like
the worst.
Molestrio. That was
Yeah.
really funny.
It's the worst. It's the worst laugh. Also, which also makes it. It's one of those things where it's like you listen to it and you're like, Jesus, and like 10 episodes in, you're like, all right, I get it.
But like
it's
when he laughs at it, it's like you want to laugh too.
yeah, it's like it's so grating. It's actually grating. It's awful. Jesus.
So
Yeah,
that's what
no.
you need.
Ultimately, I think it went well.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I was really proud of it.
The one
after-
thing I would
after
say
it ended.
that could have been better was, well, first of all, actually, they
Dump
were
set.
mad, the other people on the roast, that I had access to the writer's doc.
Really?
Yeah, they thought that, Chillin was saying this, I was watching him on stream today, that I would basically be able to like pick and take the jokes that I want and see everyone's jokes, and it was unfair because they didn't get access to it, and they didn't know.
Interesting.
They didn't even know about it. Chillin didn't even know there was a team of writers, which he should have because you fucking told him. But
I did say that.
but either way, he didn't get access to the doc, and he thought it was kind of like, oh, you know what, boys, these jokes are fucking hilarious. Let me take them. So that's what they thought that.
That's really that wasn't
but
the
a lot of
case.
yeah,
No,
to
no,
but
clear
a lot
that
of
up.
but a lot of your jokes weren't in the document.
No, but they didn't know that. But they knew I had access.
That's really interesting. Yeah. So the document, I assigned everyone's jokes.
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
the one who
I did not get to pick a
handpicked
single
them
joke.
and gave them to whomst and whomst else wanted them.
But I also think that was a problem too.
That I was handpicking them.
Yes.
So what's
because
the better process then?
I'm not sure what a better process is, but the problem was you had jokes that you gave to people. Like you gave Hugo the rewatch the doc one for Chillin',
Yeah.
which I thought was a funny joke.
And he didn't say it.
And he didn't say it. And it's like that joke's just gone. And it's
just
a
gone,
really
yeah.
funny joke.
So that was what was hard because I didn't think I would ever get I didn't think I would get pushback on like
Yeah.
I gave Dunk a good one, and it was
LaCroix.
Oh, it was my joke that I literally. I will. I'm going to go ahead and say it now that we're on the live. I'll just say it now because live. But like this was literally the only joke I was like, I don't care if nothing gets on this roast of mine.
After I do a whole thing about like it's not about credit,
it's not.
That.
But the thing is, it's not that I wanted credit for the joke. I wanted that joke to be released into the open. Yeah. The same way that when the document got leaked on Reddit, the top comment was a joke I wrote, and it was like I'm glad people saw it and then were like, this is funny. I didn't have to comment on there saying like I didn't comment on there like this was my joke. Follow me on Twitter. But it was nice that I got to anonymously just oversee it. Like
it was like it got said at the roast, but it was online.
They saw the same thing in the joke that you did.
But yeah, exactly. But the Ludwig joke that I had for Dunk was just, I mean, it was simple too, and it was supposed to just start off like get the ball rolling for
Millennial Pirate.
Exactly. Yeah. It just gets the ball rolling, and it was supposed to be Ludwig, you scar flavored LaCroix.
Yeah.
And
which is a good joke.
Yeah, and I was just like, I want that one in. And I guess Dunk said that I would never say that.
Yeah, Dunk said that doesn't sound like something I'd say. And
because I don't think he believes
when
it.
I heard stuff like that, I'd just be like, yeah, sure. Like it's like kind of like a crew battle. Like whenever someone's really wants to play this person,
it's like, I need
confidence
him.
Is what is key.
Yeah.
So anytime someone was like, I want to do this one, or I really want to do this one, I was like, run it.
Yeah.
I will tell you why this is a bad decision, but run it.
So I think there needs to be a system next year where you have basically the log of all the good jokes, and you kind of like
give them to you. Yeah, we have that down.
You run through like a line, like you have these 5.
I also thought you would write a bunch, but you didn't.
I did write. I wrote a lot of mine.
You got a decent amount.
What do you mean?
No, not of yours. Of like for the document, because like I was like,
oh yeah,
do you want to be a writer for the roast? And
yeah, Ludwig actually contributed almost nothing.
I contributed literally nothing.
Yeah,
I think in the document.
So you shouldn't have had access. to
No,
it.
I shouldn't have. I thought I would be able to contribute more, but I actually couldn't.
That's okay.
Wow, dude, you cheated. You cheated to have the best.
Also, it would have been weird too, kind of.
No, I don't think
if
so.
I had wrote a joke that I liked, I wouldn't. I would want to say it because I would write it in my own voice.
Yeah, but sometimes you write jokes that come from chillin' to hugs.
Yeah, that was
You know.
But I would say next roast there needs to be a system in which you can have a rejected joke and give it to someone else so it can have life. Because I really like the fun.
No, I tried that, dude. I tried that.
Well, like even I asked you if I could.
There were so many chillin' weight jokes. There were so many chillin' weight jokes that it just couldn't. Some of them had to get cut.
I would have just replaced one of my jokes.
I just didn't write any of them.
Show him rewatch a documentary so many times it's had to become fat again.
Yeah,
that's just such a funny idea.
He missed being overweight.
Okay, yeah, whatever it was. I thought that was so funny.
Yeah, it was good. You live, you learn.
I was in Chillin's chat though, and I told him about it. And he's like, "Okay, I didn't understand that." And then he was watching it because I kind of get off like having people react to me on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you were the one that brought up us doing an analysis of the roast. If you didn't notice, anyways, yeah, go ahead, continue, keep going.
So I just like when people react to it. So
yeah,
I'm watching Chill and react to mine, like getting off to it. And then it comes up with a joke
cranking.
Of like the forehead one, and Chillin's like, yeah, I don't. This joke's kind of funny. It's like it's funny that he repeated it. And he's like, I think it could have been funny another way. And then I told him I was like, I originally wrote this joke for Mike Hayes. And then he starts busting up laughing. He's so like, that would have been so much better. And I was like, yeah, man, you can only do so much.
Wow. Yeah. As far as analysis too, it's interesting how like I don't know. Hugs made the tweet. It was like it's really interesting to like think about humor in this way. It's like man,
it's a curse.
Well, it's because he streams, dude.
Yeah.
Same thing with me when I stream and I don't.
No, I don't mind it. I know Mike is really hard against analysisstreams.com/org.
Yeah, I think analysis streams are fucking stupid.
Wait, what do you mean? Like analysis of comedy?
Not of only I think like
a melee analysis stream.
No, I mean if someone's like, "Oh, I'm going to analyze this guy's set," yeah, that's something different. But like this, I think this particular thing that was happening of the whole like, this is the roast happened, and then now I'm going to rewatch the roast and then give my point of view on it and like talk about it. I was like, man, you were there. I mean, I don't think you like maybe make a YouTube video. I don't know. It just seems so like
that's streaming, baby.
What do you mean?
Yeah, that's like, so normal.
It just seems
like the most normal thing ever.
It seems and
everybody wants to watch it.
Mike's me. I'm Ludwig now. Ludwig times X too.
Yeah,
Dawson.
It just seems very.
Not talking.
We all scooted.
It seems opportunistic. That's what I'll say.
I don't. Nah.
What do you mean? It seems opportunistic?
I think it's two things. I think it's masturbatory.
There you go.
Which it is.
Which I like doing.
But that's fine.
And it's fine. Yes, it is.
Masturbating is fine.
It's not a
dude.
bad
Masturbating's so chill.
and it is
It's the chillest thing.
opportunistic,
So chill, dude.
maybe. But when you're grinding stream subs, like that's just the game.
Like, what do you want to do?
That's
Like,
the game.
I was at the roast. Hugo's at the roast Saturday. Sunday, do you want us to just be like, all right, Pokemon? And then people are like, I like the roast. You're like, cool.
Like, what are we doing right now? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
I
Also-
guess.
also
but
it's
it's also like you might as well just be doing fucking kids react to grandma does the nay. Like what? Like it just seems.
Well, it's more like you produced the Nene video.
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
you
And
were
you're like, this is the behind the scenes.
We had to convince her with
like
with
watching-
crystal meth.
It's like watching director's cut of a movie.
But
Or
they,
director's
Yeah.
commentary.
I guess actually, and I really love director's
Oh,
commentary.
okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
So
I
so
love
what is
it.
it then? What do you hate then?
You know
Is
what?
it
I
the
just
emotes?
hate that it's on Twitch and the emotes,
Is it the emotes?
the stars and the W's.
I hate that Smashers are getting money now. Yeah, you want me to say it? I want us to all be poor again.
There
Us
it
being
is.
all of them.
I want that
I'm
fucking
not involved,
bread,
but
baby.
no, I mean, I get. Yeah, maybe I'm just being grumpy. I don't know. I don't have like I don't have a particular like. It's just when I see it, it rubs me the wrong way. I think what it was maybe like the memes of like chillin' dude rewatching documentary for the 4th time. Like shit like that is what is like gross, dude.
I guess, but it's like
I think it's
what
like
else are you gonna
like
do
if
one day.
say I was there and a homie wasn't there, or even if a homie was there and just recounting what happened, just like live broadcasted is the same as if we did it in a room with no one around.
This
I
is
think
so
it's the
meta.
same thing.
This
I
is
don't
so meta.
like if there's a roast in a year or
And
two.
no one's around to hear it.
Yeah, if
doesn't
there's a
make
roast,
sense.
if there's a roast traveling 30 kilometers west, and then a roast traveling,
and someone's streaming it from
Yeah.
30 kilometers east.
They get 4 gifted subs.
yeah, no, I mean
How many
maybe,
whales do they have?
yeah, no, maybe I just don't have a reason, and my just knee jerk reaction was that I didn't like it. I mean, I'm obviously wrong.
I think that's okay though, and I think it's good to examine because I think I used to be like that too, where I was like, "This sucks. X thing sucks," and I still do that with a lot of Smash stuff sometimes too, and it's not the way to live, especially
No, man, that's
trying to make
great.
content.
I want to
think
think. I just want to say everything sucks. Oh my god,
sucks so bad.
I
dude.
like shit.
Oh man, shit
I
sucks,
like
bro.
shit.
I like shit, man.
My shot. So I mean, is that it?
I think that's about it. There's
Fucking-
not much else
anything
to.
talk about.
It
We
was
talked
fucking
about
sick.
commentary. We talked about the roast. We talked about behind the scenes. We talked about some sort of royalty figure threatening to use a phone.
Their Baroness
When's
money.
the next roast, baby?
Next roast, I don't know.
What's the next roast, dude? Who's on
When's the
it?
next roast?
I think Scar would be an ideal candidate.
People have been saying
Scar's the
Blur a
gimme.
lot,
Blur,
but I think Blur would be on the roast of Scar, and that would be like Blur's. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah.
he wouldn't get his own. I think.
Blur shouldn't be roasted because I think of.
It would just be another thing you got by doing nothing. I'm out.
Oh God, you're not out.
No, I'm here.
You're not.
What's up, guys? It's Gunther's again. I'm back.
I knew he was gonna fuck.
Hey, Gunther's here.
What's up, guys? What's going on?
Yeah, I think Scar makes sense.
Yeah.
Or you think this is still an annual thing? Is this good enough that you're gonna do it?
I don't know. I don't
No
know.
idea.
I haven't
Haven't
thought about it.
I don't know. I
Pretty
win.
busy.
Melee boxing.
All I would say
No,
is
no leaks.
I've leaked it before. I think that's a fucking phenomenal idea.
the only thing I would say is hopefully if another one happens and I am on the writing team again, I think whatever the next one is, it's going to automatically be better because we were given a very short amount of time to write for the roast.
Wasn't that short?
No, it wasn't. It was 3 weeks.
It's a good amount of time, man.
To write for all the no, I mean like I feel like we could, if we had like maybe two or 3 months to write, we could have. I mean, we could have probably written because it's like
That's a good point.
yeah. All I'm saying is for what happened, we had a very short amount of time in the scheme of like making it as good as we could, and I think we did. I think everyone did a good job because everyone else did their own writing, and so it wasn't like it wasn't all the labor wasn't on our back specifically. But I think if we had a little more time, it would have been easier to do. Because also, I mean, most of us had other shit like
Yeah, everyone. It
Everyone
was
was
an
yeah.
unpaid passion gig.
Yeah, and so I think I only really spent like 4 or 5 days like sitting at my computer like I need to write at least like 4 jokes today before I leave.
Right.
Next time it's going to be big budget. They've seen success.
Well, next time there's going to be a
Budget-
writer's room. I'll be there.
budget
LaCroix,
$2 million. We're roasting Reggie
Goldfish.
Bush.
Yeah.
Roasting Reggie Bush. The roast of Reggie. Well, he kind of disappeared.
Yeah, because he was literally injured and then ended his career. You know what happened? He was basically running. He ran out of bounds, which happens a lot to avoid getting tackled.
I was thinking of Reggie from Nintendo.
No, this is Reggie Bush. Reggie from Nintendo's in shit. Reggie Bush, just to finish my story, ended his career by running out of bounds in the Rams stadium and then walking on pavement, like jogging off, and then slipping, tearing his ACL, MCL, all that shit.
Wow,
Gone.
That's so embarrassing.
He's
That
out of the league.
sucks 'cause the
no,
Rams
then he
have, like, a
sued the
really-
Rams stadium, and
Yeah.
now he has fucking good mills in the bank, like 15 or some shit.
Some good mills.
Some good fucking mills. Some
General
7
Mills,
figures.
the bank. You know what I'm
Some
saying?
8 figures, baby. I'll say I fucking appreciate everyone who wrote and shit, and the fact that it was put on and worked out.
Everyone put a hell lot of effort.
I think it was the best
really
event I've ever
appreciate
been a part of. One of the coolest things I've ever done. Like, I feel more proud about that than the hotels.com thing.
I think like
Really?
it was for how experimental it was. It turned out really cool and good.
Yeah, I'm super proud to have my name attached to it.
And everyone,
Yeah.
it was hard.
I'm so much closer to, like,
Was one of the most stressful.
everyone I roasted. Like, I
Like,
feel
the
so much
month
ready
before-
to kiss.
My pubes are so gray. You guys have
Mine-
no idea.
I just
Mine
every
are-
month we do this until your pubes are gone.
Until my pubis just looks like Santa's beard.
Nice.
You still have more hair than before. Like Tim Allen in the Santa Claus. You just shave
Or
it, it comes back. Oh no.
Someone did a Photoshop of that with the ice boss from that movie,
Yeah.
like the bad guy.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it was
yeah.
this Devil May Cry 5.
Wait, was the ice guy also Tim Allen?
No, it was like some bad Iceman.
I think it was the
Nice.
guy from Kids.
Like so.
Spy
Spy
Kids.
Kids, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think so.
Oh,
Uncle,
shit.
Uncle Machete.
No, not
Yeah.
Uncle Machete. Ice Uncle Machete.
Anyway, thanks for hanging out in this Bad Melee behind the scenes special Ludcast episode.
Should we do
Yeah.
questions?
Ludwig
Few?
W. You want to do questions?
Yeah, we
Couple
might as well. I
question
didn't even
runs?
think about
Couple
that. I
questions.
love doing ultra long ones because we haven't. It's like
Sound off in the chat.
big quest shows in the chat.
Go ahead and at the
Let
channel.
my ears chill a little bit. My ears.
Oh man.
My coworkers always quote SpongeBob. They're big SpongeBob quoters.
That's awesome.
Your coworkers are all your age, right? Maybe a little, like 1 or 2 years older. Ludwig? They're around your age.
Yeah, they're around my age.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He fucked such a hot girl, dude. And then he showed me a video that she sent him after.
What?
It was so fucking
What are
insane.
What are you talking
Anyway.
about?
Okay.
My coworkers.
Are there any good questions in the chat? There's nothing there.
If I do that, I'll poop if I do that. That smells like broccoli.
When is the roast of Scar? I don't really think that's.
We don't know.
have a
We
date.
have the
It's
date
not even
set.
Literally just
we
said.
locked it.
We haven't started planning.
We
it
actually
yet.
locked it during the roast.
Yeah, confirmed.
Was the writing done collaboratively or independently?
Collaboratively, we had a Google document that we all had access to work on with.
Would you say the jokes were more like, oh, like I wrote this joke, or was it like you wrote a joke and then
Sometimes
Dia-
people would throw one in, and sometimes we would sit and I'd be like, guys, I need a fucking punchline to this. I
Uh-huh.
need help. I'm so
Yeah.
stuck. And then we would all work on it. And
You did a
vice
few
versa.
Discord calls too, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did like maybe 2 Discord calls, 2
I
or
remember
3.
seeing you
Dude,
boys in
I
there a
think
couple
three,
times.
3 Discord calls, a couple hours, long stretches.
Yeah, but then everyone kind of passively would either put in the document, and it was either a guy would just go in, write a joke, and then it would either be flagged or whatever, or someone would write like a premise down, and just be like, hey, need help with this. Someone if you want to help tag on to this, please and thank you. And yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
Yep.
It's nice.
Best joke that wasn't told. Or
I think this is personal.
Kind of talked about it.
Me personally, the best joke that wasn't told was the La Luna joke that me and you.
No, it got told.
Oh wait, who
Yeah,
said it?
Chillin told that one.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, I
killed-
actually-
it killed, too.
It killed.
I-
Yeah, it killed.
I was so
Eating
happy
pussy
about the
joke. Yeah, that one fucking killed.
I thought it did get told because I had literally tuned out after he started rapping, and that's like sorry, chilling. But that was-
No. He said it before he rapped.
no shit.
Yeah,
Dude,
he
where
ended
was
with
I?
his rapping. You were just out of.
I'm
there.
trying to think because there was a moment where I left my position, which was near where Nick and the other guy with the camera were.
Yeah,
I was standing there watching, and then I left it. I think I had to
maybe
go
you just
pee.
missed it.
I had to go pee. I had to go, and I
Big
just assumed,
pee-pee.
and I assumed Chillin' Set was going to be terrible, so I went to pee.
I'm trying to remember. I
But I
would
guess if
pull
jokes-
up the doc, but
Yeah, so I guess jokes.
oh
that
yeah,
didn't get told?
I had one that I had for Hugs was that Ludwig looks like a white nationalist underwear model.
Yeah, that one
I
would
thought
have been good.
that was pretty good.
Let's see.
I liked the only one that I didn't say was Hugs
Yep.
in 2007. Or Hugs in 2007, Hugs got second at Evo, and in 2018, Hugs went to Evo,
Yeah.
which I thought would have been kind of funny.
What was another one?
Yeah, I have the document right here. I'm just kind of thumbing through it.
Let me see.
Someone asked if that slime cutout is life size. It's actually a little bit bigger than him. ever so slightly.
Um,
Also, you can buy it on like a website. It's like make your own cutout shit.
Yeah.
It was like $60.
Yeah.
There was a joke. There was a
Shipping's
joke
what
I
costs a
wrote.
lot.
It's like what 5'3" or something like that. Just
Yeah.
a little
Oh,
bit
yeah,
taller.
yeah.
Now,
Just a
now I'm
half
scared
inch
because I
taller.
feel like I'm going to say a joke and then be like, yeah, no, that was in someone's set, and I apparently just blacked out during all of
Yeah.
it.
No, that's fine. Just
But,
run it.
There was a joke about Vish that I wrote that was, they say to dress for the job you want, so Vish, good luck on being a magician. Like good luck on your
magician's
yeah.
assistant.
yeah, good luck on being on
Yeah.
your magician endeavors.
I really liked when Hugo pulls out, he makes the sandwich wave dash back noise. I thought
that
I thought that was really funny.
That was a
Wait, did that joke say get told by somebody?
No.
Oh, okay, thank God.
That's a funny joke.
Yeah, thanks. You know what I mean?
Relax.
Relax.
Yeah,
dude.
but I also didn't. You know what?
That one was funny.
This one I agonized. Do you remember this one? I agonized. The Tafo recently put his stats website behind a paywall.
Me and you were really trying
Right,
to work
right,
on that
right,
one.
right.
Say it,
Yeah.
say it.
Like an hour.
What's the full
we were
thing?
Just, standard members are able to access to view his entire database of Melee stats. Gold members get access to the Tafo Stats Snapchat, and Diamond members unlock all naughty Tafo Stats ASMR cosplay videos.
And
That's
then-
just so long.
Is my battle to that also there?
Oh yeah, the joke battle.
Yeah, because we kind of had a joke off there. No, I guess mine's not in there anymore. But mine was it just had a different punchline, and I was just
Yeah.
like kind of like to I did that a few times with you just to kind of like us kind of like go at each other with the
SeaWorld killer whale. That one.
That
made it.
That
yeah.
one was good.
That
too.
one-
I remember that one.
did that not make it in
No, it
either?
didn't make
No,
it.
I didn't make it.
That was another one I was really proud of.
That was good. But yeah.
Someone asked how fresh the jokes were to people in the audience, and they were all almost totally fresh to everyone.
What do
I
you
don't
mean
think
fresh?
anyone. Yeah,
Like,
no one heard
had
'em.
anyone heard them in the
No.
audience. They were
No.
fresh. And
Almost
also, some
nobody.
people thought the rehearsals, like we said, our jokes. It's like,
No one.
jokes.
Yeah, the rehearsal was only for stage direction
Uh-huh.
and knowing what to do with your hands and shit like that.
Some people knew my joke. Like I told a couple of my jokes that I thought were like to Hugs, the mango one. I told him because I was like, I don't know if this is chill.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
asked
some
him,
stuff got cleared. Like Hug said, the story about he said it on a stream. Like I was like the one about his wife. Like you got to clear that with him. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't know if that's cool.
I actually cleared my mango joke with mango too.
He said it's fine.
He said Raffle, it's fine, but if I ever die from alcohol poisoning, you're gonna feel hell bad. And I was like,
It's true.
true.
What a true man.
But yeah, so the rehearsal was no jokes were said. Everyone.
There
knew.
was also no one there.
That
Yeah,
rehearsal.
the rehearsal is
If
just
you're
like
talking about the
literally-
audience, yeah, it was just
Yeah.
like us and a couple setup people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like in the audience was just like the Wii Sports. It's just a bunch of those little dot
The
dudes
little
jumping
meatheads.
around.
Oh yeah.
You were saying you were gonna do an applause sign. I don't think you did though, right?
I didn't do an applause sign because they were so good about it. I did prime the crowd first.
I heard that.
I was like, "Hey guys,
Hey guys, please laugh for the
Yeah.
love of God.
I basically
You hit
said
him with the
like,
jab.
I for one, I told them don't heckle,
Yeah.
and then I
Yeah.
said because it's not about you. And then I was like, it's about all of us. So just have a lot of fun, laugh if something's funny, clap, please clap. And
You're pretty much just saying it's okay to show emotion.
yeah,
Like,
and it was like a struggle for me to say.
Yeah,
it.
guys,
And everyone was like, "Huh, this is normal." I
It's
think
not-
I
it's
think
not
we'll
your
be all
fault.
right.
I think the crowd was like amazing.
yeah,
That was
the crowd,
awesome.
the crowd was
I was
fucking
like
phenomenal.
so pleased that like
Yeah.
people just weren't
Every
like
joke hit.
stonewalling
I mean,
everybody.
I literally said math text or math book text cover.
I fucking.
I said
hate you,
math
dude.
book text
You fucking
cover.
ruined my
And
favorite.
the crowd
joke.
fucking
then you
laughed.
know what you could have said afterwards.
What?
It's like shit. Hugo's almost so short he could
We
be the
talked about
wheelchair guy.
Oh, that's good.
And then I could fucking let's cap his knees, boys. And
Yeah,
then I could just. throw it at him.
I expected the crowd to be a lot more uptight, and I was really happy that
They were super
weren't.
chill.
Yeah, because
Next time you have a little booze in the venue, you can buy.
Shit, run it, dog.
Shit, we got hecklers now.
I'm actually
Holy.
so glad the bartender bailed like last minute.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Why you forgot about it?
I mean, there was a dude laid up in the fucking.
Because like with the like there was already problems with the amount of people drinking, and I think it was like just enough. Like
Yeah, people may or may not have filled up plastic cups of pure alcohol and then said, "Yeah, bring it downstairs for the homies."
I stopped. I started intercepting that.
yeah, we told them to stop.
I didn't.
Yeah.
No, we're just bringing it for the homies.
Fucking
look,
smashers,
You
dude.
fucking
You can't
straight
trust
edge,
them,
you
dude.
straight edge pussies. Let
You
us.
know what it was?
Did a
No,
little something for the
I
homies.
will.
I just imagine a situation where 2 p.m. everyone's already fucking hammered and the roast just like goes terrible.
Just imagine
It's
me.
just Ludwig shitting on the
Yeah.
floor. It's like it's a roast.
Yeah, Tafo's crying on stage.
Just imagine it's me and like I'm just trying to fucking hook up Mrs. Cream Skunk one time.
Look. I'll confess. I gave Zeke a shot.
Oh
I wa-
boy.
but this was because Zeke didn't want to go up and ask for a commentator wristband. Because if he had gotten a wrist, because he already got his wristband, he's like, I don't want to go up and ask for another one. It'd be weird. And so he didn't get one. And if he had got one, he would have just been able to walk up there with me, and it wouldn't have been an issue.
He's like a grown-ass man, and he's like, I just don't know if I can get the wristband.
Yeah, I mean, it was really... I felt weird going up and doing it myself, too. So, I mean, it was...
It's just staff. It's just like... It's a job.
Well, yeah, but the problem is people feel like it's... like, everything's about them.
Like
so
fucking status.
So, like... Well, no, so I walk in and I think, like, oh, she already knows she gave me a wristband and I'm going to ask and she's going to wonder and it's going to be weird and she's going to... It's not like... Yeah, it's not like a... Yeah, it's just you don't think about you not being important.
Yeah.
Any more questions?
Yeah, a lot actually.
I mean, good
some
ones.
people were asking what you thought about Hug's delivery, which I think is just like I think Hug's fucking killed
it. It was
it.
great.
Hugs
yeah,
is
he was
pretty
amazing.
good.
I think he did really
A
well.
little too angry, but other than that, I think it was fine.
Yeah, kind of aggressive, but
He hammed it up a bit too much on the anger thing.
I think
But
so.
other than that, it's like
Someone had a really good point. It's like if you literally did just get roasted for like X amount of minutes, maybe you are a little mad.
Yeah, maybe you do fucking fire back.
And so I was okay with that. It was just a little too much. But other than that, he fucking killed it. Everyone killed it.
He did good.
I don't want to understate how, and it might sound like a diss. And I told this to Hugs and Michelle when we filmed their thing too, which turned out really well. I was like, I am so impressed.
Yeah. Oh, Hugs did so well.
I felt
and Michelle
bad
did so well.
because I didn't expect it to be so good.
I think
I was
everyone
shocked
had
by how well they
insanely
acted.
low
I watched that at
expectations.
work and I was impressed.
Hugs
at,
is Hugs'
his
acting is
facial reactions
amazing.
is fucking amazing,
It's
dude.
absolutely insane. I
Michelle
don't
also
know-
did really well too.
It's funny because she laughs in a lot of takes.
Yeah.
We had to cut out a lot.
I think he brought that up in one of the streams where like
he did, yeah. He showed. You can see one frame of Michelle just like I think it was
the
after
flap
Tiger
ra-
Penis.
yeah. But he
I actually heard
the
it.
way he delivered that was like perfect, and it's funny because she doesn't laugh until the whole line is like through.
The audio's immaculate in it, and there's one line where it's like cut off before it ends, and I was like, "That's weird. They cut it off." And I was like, "I bet that's why."
Yeah.
That's funny. Someone else asked. This is kind of a different question. Did you have any fans come up to you?
Yeah, a couple.
They were like, I feel like you probably got this question. How do you approach if you're a fan?
Me?
Or any of us, yeah.
You just be honest, and like some guys, I got a couple people that came up and just like, dude, I love Off the Sticks. And I was like, and I would just hold my hand in my heart and say thank you. That means so much because it does. It's that simple.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
There's one kid who was like, I love Off the Sticks, and he said it as he was like walking outside.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh god, he probably thinks I'm gonna like bite his head off or something.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know where they'd get that impression.
Yeah, it's so weird that they would get that from you.
Yeah, I got a ton of people coming up and just being real nice. I signed some dude's poster, and I signed it on the eye of.
I didn't sign shit.
Yeah.
Greg came up to me.
No
He's
one wants
wearing
your autograph.
the Reed's shirt.
Oh,
as put online by me.
Yeah, fans, if you approach me, I was thinking
that's
this is the plight of the writer,
Mike D.
right?
I get approached just not at Melee events. I just get approached
at PM.
Yeah,
like
PM.
you really did ruin that top 8.
No, it's people. No, I just get people walk up to me and go, "Hey man, I know you think all of NorCal hates you, but I don't hate you."
That's awesome, actually.
And I go, "Hey man, thanks."
I fucking love Mike's notoriousness in PM. It's so sick.
What's funny is I feel like I've never done anything bad. They just hate me.
Remember that one night at the house when y'all wasted?
Yeah, wasn't that bad?
He's just blacked out.
I'm saying. I think when you get drunk, it's like it's just Mike.
Yeah, but I don't
too.
get drunk. But I don't get drunk at events very often, or at least like to the point to where I'm
about.
like,
I'm just saying. After that night, I was like, I think I get it now.
I don't know, man.
But I don't know. I wasn't there.
I mean, we can have this. I'd love to have this discussion, but just off
the sticks.
Off live.
Hey.
Yeah, I'd love for you to have me on off the
just
sticks.
call me in for
Which
this conversation.
is it like a radio show? Like how do I watch an off the sticks?
Are you fucking with me?
What is off the sticks?
Do you
know.
really know?
Do you not
or
know?
Not?
Is it
There's no way he does.
Is it a podcast?
Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, by the
Fuck
way,
you.
Wax sold another vape.
Let's go.
It's 3, baby.
Yeah, also, since we're winding up, hey guys, if you're new to the Bad Melee podcast, go ahead and look over at the Patreon. We have a podcast that I do with Jonathan Garrett Nieper and my friend Eddie called Yeah, That's Whack. $5 a month. You also get in our Discord. It's very inclusive. We love everyone. Big kisses all around.
It's actually hype. If you love the A team, you'll love the B team.
Oh, come on.
Relax. That's what Lud's saying now, but then in 3 months when he has a sect of alt-right alt-right people who overtake his Discord, he's gonna be having people airlifted to Bad Melee.
Just with fucking
It's a safe
stab
haven.
wounds.
It's a safe haven. It'll be like the opening scene for that Will Smith movie, The Zombies.
Another one. Question Master.
When is
this.
Miles coming back? It's a classic question.
Never. He's deported.
Sora on his stream today said he's confirmed for Don't Park on the Grass, which is really hype.
That's
I
so
think I'm
He
sick.
is as in Sora is.
I want to go
Sora
to that
is.
too.
Okay.
Actually,
I'm
'cause
gonna go
it's
to that
Seattle.
for sure.
I'm-
You trying to
Oh,
go?
Seattle.
I might have to-
Oh, no,
The
I
week
shouldn't go to
before,
Seattle.
there's
Why don't you want to go to Seattle?
Bad
Is it,
times, bad vibe, bummer summer in Seattle.
Bummer summer.
It was a bit of a bummer summer. Yeah.
Nice.
It's a long story.
Hey,
That's where I got my reverse
trying to
circumcision.
rekindle that.
I don't know.
I've never
Maybe
been. I'd love to go.
maybe for you. Also, the 8th, there's the Reeds party. I think already.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to do that with Sora too. Maybe.
Sora, Miles.
Let's go to Dome Park, dude.
I'm down to go to Dump Park.
Hey,
No,
I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down to hang out and we can just watch the stream. You know?
Just me and Mike
Yeah,
Dome
we'll
Park
watch the
seems
stream.
like-
We'll talk about it. We'll have a couple dualies.
in our underwear.
Yeah.
Get him stoned off the doolies.
Yeah, it's dualies and no Nick vape. Oh man,
I can't
it's a great
wait.
time.
Oh, I just want to rip a vape
It's a
again.
fucking dream. Oh, dude, no.
That's how it
Hey,
starts,
hey,
dude.
hey, I got the perfect plan for you.
Give me another question.
Yeah, do we have any more?
Yeah.
Are they all gone?
Is Bad Melee coming back?
No.
Well, I
Well,
mean,
it's here.
Here, right? Like as a regular thing, probably not. For one, I'm ultra busy. For two, there is a sort of like
You're so busy.
Yeah, I mean, look,
I'm
he
so
was
busy.
He didn't have time for a podcast, guys. He just didn't have any time at all to do a single type of podcast-esque show, and I think it shows because he's a really busy guy. and
I've
he's done a
always
lot-
wanted a fake
Especially-
esports show, and now I have it, and you're making me feel bad. And I've always wanted a fake esports show.
I think
That's
Office
all I've
6 is
ever
great.
wanted.
A fake esports
I think
show
Office 6 is
kinda
great,
sounds
and
like a podcast.
It's a very different voice from Bad Melee.
Yeah,
I don't
and
think it's-
Yeah.
it's just more. It feels
Yeah,
more satirical.
It's like
and-
Yeah.
Bad Melee, but you guys are wearing suits.
it's
Yeah.
not that.
Well, hold on,
Anyone who says that is
hold
dumb.
on. They abuse the fact that they have videos they can watch. Relax, Dawson. It's
We
so much
barely
more.
watch
It's so
videos.
much more.
Did you guys
It's
see that
so
tweet
much
I
more than
retweeted?
Bad
I
Melee.
see.
Did you guys see
I
that-
see how salty everyone is now.
Did you guys see that
wear
tweet
suits.
I retweeted?
No.
The Tom Brady. It's
Yeah,
this
I did.
video
That
of
was
Tom
so
Brady.
funny.
He throws his helmet. It was given to me in the Discord. He throws his helmet, and the caption is, "When your son goes and has a sleepover and you can't kiss him," or something like that. You can't make out with
Some good night.
Yeah, when you can't make out with your son because he's at a sleepover. I thought
that was a really good,
really
good
funny.
sport thing to say.
I was being a good sport about it by retweeting it.
Yeah.
Slime on the scene when?
I want you to do a slime on the scene every 6 months for the rest of your fucking life.
Slime
You know
on the
that?
scene at Seattle, but with the
With
With the what? With the what?
With
Say
the
it.
what?
with the
With the one that got away.
Oh no.
And she's just like, "Oh,
Hey.
this is what you do in LA?" And I'm like, "Yeah, this is what it is." No, I don't know. I think the Shine one was decent, but as you guys saw with the Shine one, it has a shelf life. It's running out.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
you
100%.
can't, you can't be you. I mean, like
nothing beats the first one. I don't think anything will
The
ever
Big
beat
House
the
beat the
one.
first one. The Big House beat the first
Here's
one.
the thing: is
No, I don't think so.
I think so.
Nardwar gets the funny man interview one person at a time, and it's very rarely does it twice.
Yes, that's true.
And
Big
so
House-
the problem is there's like 8 top players. What are we supposed to
It's
do?
like, how many times do I need to go up to Zane, right? How many times do
Yeah.
I need to go up to... And what you could argue is that I just get ultra creative with them, like I did with the horse stick, right?
Yeah,
with
that's what I'm
Fendi.
saying. That's why I like the Big House because you got really creative.
However,
That was like Empire Strikes Back.
yeah, that was Empire, and then everything else is Jedi. But, like-
it's not even Jedi, man.
Ooh,
Bro.
okay, well, hold on.
It's like
Wow.
attack.
Wow.
It's episode 7.
Ooh.
Episode 7's actually not that bad either.
So that's great. So yeah, I don't know. I don't... But it's also like I don't want to have to do creative things just to keep this bit on life support even longer. I'd rather pour my energy into just
Yeah.
cooler new stuff. So
And I mean, you are literally making cooler new stuff. Like instead of making Slime on the Scene, you make a roast.
yeah, thanks to my Jobberino.
Yeah.
So
I'm reading this in the chat. I'd rather no longer have a head than grow a handlebar mustache. Whoever asked.
you really don't fucking like them, huh?
No, I don't. want
You
the
were
fucking-
so against handlebar mustaches.
Did you have one for a bit?
No, I just had a mustache.
It was pretty
It was
handlebar.
handlebarish.
No, you
Also,
couldn't.
having your mustache is such an L. I didn't want you in my rooms.
I loved my just
Ugh,
mustache.
It looked so shitty.
Yeah, I didn't want to read your jokes out when you had it.
Oh,
You
good,
look like
cool.
you look like you had little dime bags of speed that you were trying to sell to
Yeah, because I was.
kids.
I also had circular glasses that I wore earlier this week.
Those
I
were
remember
really funny.
those
Those
circular
glasses were
glasses.
fucking good.
Slapped.
Yeah, I have them in my car. I was gonna wear them today. I was so
You
close.
should've.
Kinda
They're-
wish you
they're
did.
so good.
He turns into a different person.
I thought about showing up to tournaments and just telling guys, yeah, I wear contacts. I just got tired of wearing my contacts. I did for a minute when I got here, but it felt too weird doing it to the real ones.
Yeah, you didn't run the bit for too long.
Yeah, I just couldn't do it.
It was good.
lot of people are spamming. How'd you get your job at BTS?
How to get my job? Well, I mean, the way it works is like you work with someone, and it turns out if you're a good fit and you have a skill set that they require and you are easy to work with and enjoyable,
and you dox all their family members and let them know that, hey, maybe I am a good fit here.
It's about knowing the right people to threaten.
Yeah, exactly.
The term in the business is culture fit.
He got noticed by making something on his own power. And that making something on his own power put him into a position where he could make something with people, and then that making something with people got you the job, right?
Yeah, basically it. It wasn't. It's not like a secret method or anything. It just you work with people, and then
there's like 500 Melee shows. You could make a Melee show right now, and if it's fucking hilarious,
I don't want to roast Melee players, but I feel like a lot of the most simple questions they ask is just like because
it's just like life stuff.
Yeah,
they might just be. They're probably just young.
Yeah, I know it's just young, but it's like, how did you get a job,
guys? Look,
it's like when I was 13, being like, how do I work at Nintendo Power? It's like, well, you're right.
Yeah.
Look, guys, go to college. Trust me.
Trust me, it's worth it.
So there was a book that came out from the Penny Arcade guys, and it had a foreword by Sean Baby. And any old heads in the chat will know Sean Baby as one of the old video game writers, comedy writers.
Just you, man.
He is a legend. He wrote for EGM. He wrote The Rest of the Crap. He just made fun of bad video games. He roasted them. He's an amazing writer.
That's right.
And in the foreword, he said something. For one, he had a really good joke, which I always remember. He said, "I was writing for the internet back when people thought it was called Broken Wings by supergroup Mr. which is apparently not that funny to you guys.
I'm sorry.
Insane joke. Love it so much.
There's like 15 references I'm missing.
But he said, the thing is, if you're good enough at something, people will find you.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. It's about doing it and not caring whether or not you can, make a fucking career out of it. You just do it because you want to do something.
Yeah.
And then it'll kind of come together if you're making the right moves.
You also got to grind too.
You do have to grind. It's not like it just falls in your lap. You have to
hard work beats talent every day. But also people respect when they see hard work, so they'll probably pick you up.
Hard work does beat talent. Holy shit.
Hard work beats talent.
You have no idea.
Period.
The people that have got to where they are just by working hard and not having all the tools right away, they're superstars.
Yeah.
I will say I think there's a lot of talented people in the Melee community.
But they're all lazy because they're Melee players.
Yeah.
That's true. But I feel like
dead ass.
H-Rock was saying the roast is an event that could never work in another esport. He doesn't think, but based off of the personalities and just everything behind it.
I disagree. I think FGC in general could have the most insane roast ever.
FGC because it's grassroots.
Yeah,
all
FGC
the other,
could. I guess.
I think that plays into the whole thing of of the uniqueness of the FGC and Smash, where it's it doesn't work for other communities because you don't go to a tournament and see them. When you're in but you're there to play too. You you go to ESL or whatever the Counter-Strike tournament is, and you're a spectator and you sit down in a seat and you watch them play the game. You don't sit down at a computer and play them and get stomped and then talk to them.
There could never be a Dota roast, I don't think.
Yeah.
What about a StarCraft 2 roast?
It's just too big.
StarCraft 2 roast?
Because they had open brackets.
Oh yeah, run it.
Well, they have they had
in Control as a roast master.
H-Rock was saying they had roasts for TwitchCon, and big people like DJ Wheat and things like that, and they're always
did it suck?
It didn't suck, but he said, I thought those were kind of funny, but after this roast, looking back, they're not.
Interesting.
I mean, it's just I think another problem with that is Melee were all in the same level, same pool.
Yeah.
Whereas those, it's the celebrities, so to speak, or whatever, clearly have just such a lock on what gets through. It's DJ Wheat isn't going to clear someone who's just DJ Wheat isn't going to clear Mike.
Yeah, No Thigh doesn't jump on commentary at fucking at ESL Cologne or whatever.
Yeah. It's never going to happen.
It just doesn't work that way.
Coconut Daniel isn't going to be commentating OGN Grand Finals.
Yeah.
How sick though. No Thigh and Coconut Daniel, the fucking duo, commentating LCS.
I heard Coconut Daniel and Spots' block was
I heard it was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the commentary, it's nice that when you
Fiddlesticks
put the people on commentary and you make those decisions and everyone likes them a lot. It's it feels even better because I made the right decisions.
Yeah, I was so glad that that I got to commentate with Zeke. Because initially I was going to commentate
I didn't get that decision. I was why aren't you commenting? I think I was the very first one who was Why aren't you commentating with Zeke? You guys literally live together.
Yeah, and my initial thought was that that Anthony had already made a big brain decision as to why he didn't want us commentating together. So I was like, okay, whatever. But then the more and more I talked about it, and I asked Zeke, and I was like, hey, do you want to commentate? And he's like, yeah, let's run it. So that's when I messaged you to ask if we could have our commentaries.
Yeah, it was more that I thought
switch.
Zeke and Chroma would just be a good fit. I was trying to play matchmaker, and I thought it'd be
They
cool.
probably are, but when you have like
I don't know.
Chroma Raptor, Zeke.
Yeah, I also thought Zeke was very well cut out for top 32.
Yeah, you know
I
what,
agree.
Zeke is a surprisingly.
It's
Good.
funny too because he was all like nervous, like I don't want to fucking do it.
I gave
no
him
shit.
so many
As soo-
marks.
as
I
soo-
gave him so many
As soon
marks.
as the camera goes on him, because I watched the beginning of Your Eyes Block, he was great.
No, yeah, that's.
And I was
you know what's funny is like
Pussy.
okay, so because I
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
No, okay. So because I've lived with Zeke for a couple months now, it was crazy because that was one of the first times I saw him like switch. Because usually Zeke's a really silly guy, and he likes being silly, and we're usually doing nothing but being silly around
Silly
each other.
goofs.
Yeah, and so like when it switched on and he started talking and commentating, and I was like, oh shit! I was like, he's got sauce.
Yeah.
Like there's sauce in the man's blood.
There's sauce in his blood. Never forget it
Yeah, and that was me being.
for Indy.
Oh.
Zeke's probably better than all of us at Melee. I think not even kind of. He definitely
Yes.
is.
Zeke's pretty good.
I'm
mean,
better
he-
than all
he
you
could
people.
see
and
my
he's better than
Falcon.
me.
And we could talk
Do
about
you
it.
think you're better than me?
I'm way better than you.
I think I'm the best one sitting at this table.
You're not better than me.
I think I'm. You can. Oh look, I'm definitely better than you. Definitely better than you.
You're not better than me.
We can run it after this.
I'm down.
I'm so down to run it after
This
this.
is so stupid. I am the best.
No, you're not.
Oh, and then even in the bad
Should
Melee
we hit a
7
bomb?
universe, I've played Nieper one time in bracket, 2-0'd his ass.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
It was so funny because he gets
ridiculous.
up and he goes, "You're a little grinder." That's what he says
Fuck
to
you,
me.
Neeper.
Wow.
Fuck you, you little patronizing motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to put 10?
On what?
The Big House singles.
Oh, run it.
Who outplaces who?
Yeah.
That's the
Don't wait.
dumbest
No,
thing
we
you
have
could-
the same thing with doubles. We have 20. We have 10 on doubles too each.
All right, yeah. Put on singles too.
All right.
You guys are
Doubles-
playing doubles. I've never seen you play.
No,
an actual
not together.
tournament set
He's
of doubles.
playing doubles with.
No, I know. I've never seen him play an actual
him?
tournament set of doubles.
Well, then you never went to Quickly's.
Yeah, because it
Oh,
was a
man.
shitty boba tournament.
You know,
and-
I won a
First
power.
of all-
I will fucking fight you.
Yeah, first
I
of all,
will
you-
fucking
you
fight
know,
you.
they had
Fuck
a fucking
you.
buzzsaw at the last
That
one.
was not the fucking Quickly's. That was Star KO, you piece of shit.
Same.
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, I'm so
Wow.
mad. You
Yeah, I
don't
was gonna say,
that.
Quickly sucked, and you try to run.
What were you doing?
Running Power 9, the best.
You were
SoCal
running
local.
Power 9 because I was around at that time. You fuck you.
was
Quickly's
running
was actually
Dawson, by the way, I
so
won a
sick.
doubles power 9.
You did with
Yeah.
Brandon.
What a-
I remember that.
Mhm.
What a
Doubles God.
value
Doubles
to
God.
pay venue and get a free fucking boba.
You're
You
a
also
piece of
didn't fucking.
shit.
You think actually think you were better? You actually. So I'm playing doubles with Atrioc at the Big House, and that's where we're putting the money on.
I don't
Who
know
are you
how
playing
well
with?
Nick.
I was fucking army up in doubles.
Okay, I don't care.
I will
Like-
say this: I love my TNC boys. That's probably for their skill level the worst team for skill level I've ever.
Oh yeah.
Also, everyone fucks up Army until the last stock.
That's what I beat him in. It was last stock, me and him, and I won.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Don't
Was it
believe
his Sopo? Did Toph already separate him
Next
for
question.
you?
Next question.
Yeah,
It was two stocks. It was Noah had a stock, and then Army had a Sopo.
Nieper's
And then
Johnning
I
in
won.
chat, so.
Someone
I love
asked
you, Neep.
how he met, which I feel like we've talked
You
about
and
a
me?
bunch of times. Yeah.
Yeah, it was at Run Back 1 in Arizona. Someone said, I think
I love this story so much.
V Money said, I will money match any fucking puff that is
Oh,
from
boy.
AZ. I don't even care. We were sitting down in the the audience area. And then Ludwig walks by. Someone went and got Ludwig. I think it was Nick.
So what happened first is I think Nick got Ben, and then Ben said, "You can money match my boy first."
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
right.
God.
That's so
He
Ben-
said, "Take my light work."
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
and V Money is like, okay, let's fucking go right now. And you beat Victor.
Fuck him up.
And then I'm like, step aside. I'm like, Victor, I got this. I'll avenge you. It was for a
no.
$3 money match.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got this. Now I'm going to money match you, Ludwig, whatever your name is. And he fucking six stocks me.
Oh,
7.
shit.
Was it a 7 stock?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
First game was a 4.
Oh,
second
that's
game was a
right.
stock.
With against my Falco. And I thought, I was like, I'm sick of this matchup. I fucking love this matchup.
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
just, all he has is tricks because he's a gimmick
Yeah,
player
and
that
he
has
said,
no
no, you
skill.
fucking don't.
And so,
I had some good tricks.
and so he just does all these tricks on me because, again, he's a gimmick player with no skill.
Yeah.
Yeah, gimmick lord, I get it.
Like actual skill in the
Best
game.
at the table.
And
Okay, well, hold
and
on.
yeah,
You're
and
not
so
better than me.
I'm
so-
fucking better than you.
so he's wearing Tim's the whole time too. And I remember looking
Dead
at
ass.
I was looking at Victor. I'm like, this fucking motherfucker. He's handsome him. He has our $3, and he's wearing Tim's. This fucking sucks. Why did we come here? He's like, you're right, dude. You're right. And that's how I met Ludwig. And then they came down for a bigger balk in May, and that was a really fun
We
time.
randomly got matched up to commentate together.
We got matched up commentator, and we had a lot of fun. We stayed in the piss house and had a lot of fun, too.
Now we have a show on Monday.
Oh, is that what Off the Six is?
No.
Okay, cool. What's Monday then? What are you guys doing Monday? What show is that?
Whatever.
Just a
The
podcast.
show where I open up my door.
It's weird that people don't
go
watch
to our
it.
shower.
They listen to it and don't watch it. It's a very visual show.
They don't.
Yeah.
Wait, people actually just listen
I
to
think
it?
Yeah.
that's why the reverb pisses
people take it.
off.
People take it as podcasts.
Yeah. Sorry about the reverb,
That's
guys. We're
actually
trying to fix
so
it.
I literally
funny.
only want to listen to it as a podcast. That's why I haven't seen a single episode. Is because I just want it on an RSS feed to listen to.
I feel like the only reason you're supposed to watch that, like, there's like actual cuts. It's like
Yeah, the cuts
Zipper's
make it,
insane.
Dude, the cuts are insane.
Yeah, it sucks. I had the same problem with another show I wanted to listen to, but you can't do it.
it's like Dane Cook.
I fucking
Why
love Dane
would
Cooks.
you listen to Dane Cook?
What is it? Squared Circle? No, that's the
I don't
subreddit
know.
for
Vicious
wrestling.
Vicious,
Circle.
Vicious,
Circle.
Vicious
Yeah.
Circle. Fucking. I don't know.
I think we made a joke about Ludwig being the Dane Cook of Melee.
Oh, for sure.
I love Dane Cook.
I know you do.
I fucking loved Vicious Circle. The B&E joke.
Yeah, no, Dan Cook's hilarious.
He's pretty good.
Yeah,
The
He-
the
my
Comedy
friend-
Central special from 2001 or 2005.
yeah, everyone gives Dan Cook shit. He revolutionized comedy. He's the reason that comedy's where it is right now. So people should really. Be
I think
like,
he was the first person to sell out Madison Square Garden
Yeah, probably.
for
He was-
comedy. Yeah.
He was just he was the first guy to take comedy to that level. So he opened comedy up to such a wide audience.
He's like the
that,
ninja of comedy.
Like I don't think
Right. That's what it is.
Yeah. I don't think Netflix is where it is with comedy if Dane Cook doesn't
Oh
exist.
God, no.
I
Also,
don't think that
yeah.
portal doesn't open until like maybe like Bill Burr gets like catches his stride, which is like
I think
way late.
Kevin
in the
Hart
game.
probably.
No, I don't think Kevin Hart was as big. Like I think like they were both kind of around the same area. This
Yeah,
really
yeah.
doesn't matter, but
Sure.
I know what you mean. Yeah,
Yeah. What? Any more?
I think we're about done. We've done.
Last
one.
Last
Make
one.
it good, Ludwig.
Good one.
Ludwig, make
I
this
don't
last
trust him to
question
pick it.
really good.
I don't trust him to pick it.
I don't trust you to pick it. Is it from Dr. Battle?
Dane
This is a
Cook
great
is dating a 19-year-old.
Did Dane Cook say the N-word?
No,
Yeah,
think so.
probably.
I don't think so.
not publicly at least.
That's a bad question.
That's
Yeah,
what
that's
someone
stupid.
asked.
Next question.
What's the mentality like when trying to write the roast, the joke for a roast? I think that's I mean, that sucks. I think
Question
Only-
sucks.
only me and you can talk about it, I guess, which is a problem.
Basically, the way I approach everything is I see how it's been done before, and I take parts of it that I like and parts of it that I don't like, and I try to make my own thing.
Me
I am
too.
very template based.
Me
Hey,
too.
2 people asked the question, so it was a good question.
It's a good question.
Um,
I'll say for a couple of my jokes, like the mango one, I saw Pete Davidson talk about how his father died in jokes,
Wonderful, wonderful bit.
and I said to myself, well, I have an experience like that.
Yeah.
So I tried to be like, well, I guess I can talk about that too, and I can make that funny.
Yeah, what we did is we watched a lot of roasts. Actually, at BTS, we also watched roasts together for the tech guys to make sure the cuts were right and how many cameras we would need and stuff like that. We put that's what I'm saying. When we put a lot of effort in, we you didn't just throw up fucking cameras
You
and
studied.
hope
Yeah,
and
best.
say go.
Yeah, you study
Left,
and
right, middle, boys.
and you make sure it looks good and you try your best. And so that was part of it, was watching a lot of roasts, understanding what constructs the joke of or like a roast like joke, how they feel like on a waveform, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's what it came down to, and then we just did a lot of research on the players because you
Yeah,
didn't know
exactly.
shit about Melee players.
Yeah, that was my thing is like, so I've done a roast battle, which is a weekly show at the Comedy Store in Los Angeles. It was also on Comedy Central. But
Is that where Ron White roasted you?
no, that was a different show, which you can watch live, Kill Tony episode 200, starring David Tell and Ron White, where I get
And
fucking
you say,
decimated.
"Thanks, Ron."
That's bad.
I remember watching
Fuck. It was bad. But anyways, and the mentality for roast battle is more just like you're supposed to sit down with the person, you get as many facts as you can, and then you just start writing. You just don't stop writing. You write so many jokes, and it's because you're only going to need 3 of them. But you just write so many, so you just like keep fucking going. Usually whittle them all down. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to get as much information as possible about every person, and then kind of just start from there.
that.
And then once you have all the information, because that's what's going to hit is, you know, it's like what you try to do is it's almost like trying to bring an inside joke to stage and everyone else is in on it.
Yeah. I also feel like if Chillin' was fit, we might have been in trouble.
No, I think it still can work because it's even better because it's even like something that's good about like roasting people sometimes is that it's something that doesn't define them technically. So like It's like how I always call Nieper stupid. It's because I know Nieper's like really smart, so it's like I don't have a problem calling him a dumbass.
The boy is dog shit stupid.
Exactly. I don't have a problem saying it about him.
Right.
Because I'm not trying to hurt him.
Yeah, I feel you. Fuck Nieper, dude.
Yeah, then you sit down and you think really, 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 really hard.
Think really hard, and hopefully you have someone to bounce shit off of.
Yeah, that's actually super helpful. If anyone even wants to start writing, have a partner. Having a partner when writing is probably the biggest encouragement, especially when you're starting. Because if you do it alone, you'll get discouraged really easily.
I really like bouncing jokes. That's why I kept doing it with Nick, and then I was messaging you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and then I was talking to Ben.
You also get lost in your own
flan,
sauce.
baby,
Honey
honey
flan,
flan. Yeah, I think it was really helpful actually to be at the roast and then just have random people just go up to and be like, "Hey, what do you think about this joke?" And just see the reaction.
Well, apparently not me. Apparently you don't like when I give you advice, whatever.
Because you didn't react. You were just like, you were ready.
You said you didn't like it, and that's not what he was looking.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
He wanted me to just
No,
just
I
get on
just
my
wanted-
knees and start fucking
I
blowing
wanted
him.
a reaction, and I more than a critique, if that makes sense. So I wanted to, because like this is like an hour before the roast. I wasn't gonna change
That's a good point,
things.
actually.
I wanted to know whether it would hit or not, whether I should do it or not. But I couldn't be like.
And I
well,
literally
change the
gave
structure.
you yes, do that, yes, don't. Or
But
maybe,
I wanted
don't do that.
reaction because I wanted to see how the joke would land. I didn't want.
Yeah, but some of the jokes you told me that I didn't hear, I told you if I thought they were good or not. The jokes that I'd already read, I already knew the joke before when you were saying
your
it,
laughter,
and I
not
said
your
that's
words.
good.
I wanted your laughter.
Why don't
Okay.
you give him your laughter right now?
Well, Led, how about you be funny sometime? Wow, I laughed a lot when you were on stage.
Give him your laughter, and then give him your Marge impression.
Okay, so I mean, someone has to say something funny for me to laugh. I can't just laugh on. It's not like a
Booger.
That's funny. Yeah. But anyways, Marge impression. What do you guys want to hear? What do you guys want? Is there a specific?
Give us a home.
Give me-
you know
say,
what I want to
say,
hear.
Say,
Okay.
say, Tess, I love your shoes.
No, thank you. I'll just say.
Say, homie, I love your shoes.
Yeah.
Oh no, I love your shoes, homie.
You have to start with homie because there's
Yes,
no way.
yes,
There's no way to.
yes.
Yeah, because if you don't start with homie, it doesn't like you're not. You're just like
That's
what the
not
fuck is?
smart,
Yeah. Homie, I love your shoes.
That's pretty good. That's right up there with my Clooney.
Why is that so funny to me? I don't know why.
That's pretty good.
That's it for the bad man. I can't do it
Yeah,
again.
yeah,
I can't. Yeah, it's
All right.
lightning doesn't strike twice.
We're gonna wrap. Thanks for hanging
Yeah.
out, guys. This has been a hot, long one.
Yeah, this is a long boy.
That's how the sausage was made. Yeah, all our Twitters are at the bottom. I don't know, so go up on YouTube just like normal protocol. Stay cool. And if you're a Ludwig sub,
Sound off Ludwig stars in the chat.
yeah, just do it.
All right, I got a pee-pee.
You guys are weird. All right, bye. I had a pee really bad too.
Is anyone streaming?
Are you still waiting to host? You're such a streamer, dude.
I turned it off. It had like 160.